Hope you got your aim right. Hope you got your aim right. So we came in, it's game time. MTC, yo. Get your aim right, get your game right. Watch me cut up on this hat trick, it's game night. That's a bullseye, how about 3 times? I'm just waiting for a challenger, I need mine. Yeah, they gon' sit and watch, haters do not want the smoke. They gon' play the sidelines while we strive to be the GOAT. Yeah, they gon' sit and watch, haters do not want the smoke. They gon' play the sidelines while we strive to be the GOAT. I'm talking back then, we used to rock out on the cell phone. Facebook Live got you stuck just like it's Velcro. You see us growing, I can do this by myself though. Perfect game with it, little shoulder and some elbow. Yeah, sit and watch us do it. Straight out the basement, now it's on the TV, you can view it. You go against the team that I'm with and you surely lose it. We don't respect the talking, we from where you gotta prove it. Someone turn up the music. We love the competition, we gon' rock out till we finish. Josh Apparel with the jersey, time to get the fitting. They boosting up my adrenaline anytime I'm winning. I lock in, I don't lose focus, the target, I'ma hit. Get your aim right, get your game right. Watch me cut up on this hat trick, it's game night. That's a bullseye, how about 3 times? I'm just waiting for a challenge. Turn up the music. We love the competition. We gon' rock out till we finish. Josh Apparel with the jersey, time to get the fitting. They boosting up my adrenaline anytime I'm winning. I lock in, I don't lose focus. The target, I'ma hit. Get your aim right, get your game right. Watch me cut up on this hat trick, it's game night. That's a bullseye, how about 3 times? I'm just waiting for a challenger, I need mine. Yeah, they gon' sit and watch, haters do not want the smoke. They gon' play the sidelines while we strive to be the GOAT. Yeah, they gon' sit and watch, haters do not want the smoke. They gon' play the sidelines while we strive to be the GOAT. Y'all free ball, we took all the smoke, they know who we are. Best not jump the gun with me, it's like jumping out a moving car. I come through and set the scene, confident like movie stars. Put this on the movie screen so they can replay this tomorrow. Jay Customs, come put in work and he gon' turn it up. Made a name and now we bout to put a claim on what we want. I cannot be stopped, I catch a body if it's one-on-one. I made this my hobby, they cannot tell me what can't be done. Shout out Ricky, we up in the club, it's going down. If anybody wanna run it, let me know it now. From Michigan to anywhere, we coming through your town. I'm on a mission, who's the best? I gotta take them out. Get your aim right, get your game right. Watch me cut up on this hat trick, it's game night. That's a bullseye, how about 3 times? I'm just waiting for a challenger, I need mine. Yeah, they gon' sit and watch, haters do not want the smoke. They gon' play the sidelines while we strive to be the GOAT. Yeah, they gon' sit and watch, haters do not want the smoke. They gon' play the sidelines while we strive to be the GOAT. Yeah, it's your boy King and Flay, and I'm rocking with MDC. Much love, Josh, I appreciate the opportunity, fam. And as always, said I'm out, y'all. Yeah. Hope you got your aim right. So we came in, it's game time. MTC, yo. Get your aim right, get your game right. Watch me cut up on this hat trick, it's game night. That's a bullseye, how about 3 times? I'm just waiting for a challenger, I need mine.
What up, what up? What's going on, everyone? Happy Wednesday. What up, Scotty?
What's going on, Katie? How we doing tonight?
Good.
Got some of the young bucks from different areas here. Gonna kick it off for you guys here on this Wednesday night as you see Andrew get to the line for the diddle there, and it looks like Jake will be diddling for the Downriver team. So
I like it.
and he finds his way right into the double. I like to see that. So good shot by him. And
We're going to get this started.
Yeah, kick it right off. You got the ref down there. Kick it back in his chair as he does. So
yeah, what's going on, everyone? Thanks for tuning in.
See people checking in. Michael says, go East Side. Andy says, hey, MDC. Richard.
What's up, Richard?
How we doing out there? Definitely some good ideas there, it sounds like. Spreading the word.
We appreciate that.
Sue, how we doing?
What's up, Sue?
Mike Malaco checking in. See how his son's firing him in here today. How you doing out there, Mike? Good to see you.
What up, Mike? Hope you're having a good night. Watching his son tonight.
Yep. Stephanie checking in as well. How we doing out there, Steph?
What up, Steph? How are you, babe? Happy Wednesday to you.
And look at Brandon starting off with an 8 mark for the East Side. As
nice
Jake
start.
only able to hit 120 after winning that diddle. And his partner looking to pick him up here, coming in with a couple of trip 19s to start his night off. So good job by Brandon Lee picking his partner up.
Not bad at all.
We'll get our first look at Andrew here as he's going to toe the line and go right after those 19s.
Yeah, make sure you guys give the stream a like and a share tonight. Get these guys out there, out on Facebook.
He misses the third, so it's going to be an opportunity for Vargo to score a little bit here and maybe get into the lead. I saw Jaime checking in there. How we doing out there, Jaime?
What up, Jaime? Hope you're having a good night, babe.
Kim Wallace in as he will be checking in with us on Friday night. Make sure to come in and check out his match. We got a banger set up for those guys. Norm Art out there. How we doing? Thanks for the light.
What up, Kimbo Slice?
Esteli already noticing the ref is rocking his jammy pants. He said he had some grocery shopping, so he wore his best Walmart gear today.
He sure did.
Lauren checking in says, come on, B Hill. How we doing out there, Miss Lauren?
What's up, Lauren? Hope you're having a good night. Let's hear some predictions. Who do
what
you
do you
guys
guys
got
think?
winning tonight? Let's hear it.
These guys with a good pace early. Everybody getting right to the line when it's their turn. I like to see that.
Me too.
Looks like Andrew, little surprised he made. Oh, no, I guess he didn't have the lead. So, but sometimes with just that one to close, you might
take a look
fire
at
down at it. But Vargo finds 4 19s there and
not bad.
stretches his lead to 86.
Emily says, Jacob says, let's go, Daddy. She's watching, or he's watching his dad play on the stream. I love it.
Tim Sheehan and Tom Keller both out there. Thanks for the like, fellas.
What's up, Tom and Tim?
Tom Keller, another one you could see catch here Friday night on the stream. So this these guys coming in with some intensity tonight, shooting some pretty good darts. We'll give that a clip it.
Brandon's shooting good.
Sal says touring on this match. Let's go West Side. So
like it, Sal. Sal's going with the West Side.
see one of our faithful, Stacy, checking in there. I'm going to assume Stacy's going with the West Siders as well, right? She plays a lot of darts with Vargo and Lee, I would presume.
I would think so. What's up, Stacy? Hope you're having a good night, babe.
Speaking of West Side people, look at Howard Hill. What up, MDC? How we doing out there, Goat?
What up, Goat? I missed you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
Has been a minute.
Hope you're doing good out there.
Chris, thanks for the like out there.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Randall.
Stacy does confirm. She says, hi, guys. Go West. So
I like it.
Rocky out there. How we doing, Rocky? And speaking of our faithfuls, Rocky always in supporting the stream, and we appreciate you.
We appreciate you, Rocky. Hope you're having a good night out there. Happy Wednesday to you. All right.
Big shot.
Big shot for sure.
Shooting up 5.75. So Brandon Lee bringing a smoke in the early game here.
Coming in hot.
Yeah, true story. Yancey checking in. How we doing, Yance? I know he's got to be getting pretty pumped up. I know he's going to see the PDC next month.
Nice.
Yeah, he's got
What's up, Yancey?
his
That's
the
gonna
wifey.
be fun.
Yeah, the wifey's birthday. I think it was either birthday or anniversary present for him, but he does have tickets to get down there and see the
I love it.
darts live at William Hill. So
Man, that's
how
definitely
awesome
a bucket
is that?
list item right there.
Yeah,
Have fun.
amen to that.
I see meatballs out there.
David Flower.
What's
How
up,
we
David?
doing, David?
Hope
Dennis
you're having
Bennett
a good night.
says go Brandon and Balboa. So got a fair amount from both sides here. Is all the players have some people supporting them, and we love to see that.
Awesome.
My man Meatball, what's happening?
What's up,
Mr. Brent
Meatball?
working on, I think him and Abe are actually working on putting together a little exhibition. So Abe's going to be
like
doing some
it.
work in the area, and talked about maybe getting in here before. Yeah, the new Stream Deck is definitely a little confusing.
It
It's
is.
not confusing really, but
Just
a lot of buttons.
taking
a lot of buttons.
Yeah, taking some getting used to.
We have 2 Stream Decks for a combined like 44 buttons.
Yeah.
So, if we sound like we're stuttering and stuff, sometimes it's a little bit to work with.
What's up, Keith? Hope you're having a good night out there.
TJ Wheat, by the way, thanks for the like. I saw that go by a second ago.
What's up, TJ?
Stacy says clip it.
So Vargo and Brandon take that first leg.
Yeah, in fashion too, with some big numbers.
These
I
guys
see
are
my man
racing
Keith
tonight.
checking in. If I didn't mention that already, how we doing out there tonight, Keith?
Happy Wednesday to you.
Oh, listen to that. Night off for Brent. I don't know if he means from darts or from work, because he never takes a night off from darts, does he?
Possibly doing an LOD soonish, though, so it doesn't sound like a night off to me.
Yeah, it's only 7:30. There's plenty of time to change your mind. I know how the itch can get as you get
Yep.
closer and closer. That
Oh,
Trip
yeah.
sitting there. I wonder if Trip Shot's thinking about me too.
What's up, Charlie?
Rachel checking in. How we doing out there, Rachel?
What's up, Rach? How are you, babe?
Great job on putting that dinner together for the other night. That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Danny really enjoyed it, especially Mari coming over. He had a blast with the little man, so
Fun night for sure.
nice to see Danny not be grumpy all the time when someone else is playing with his toys. I ain't gonna lie. All you parents out there, I'm sure you can relate.
Brandon's still shooting pretty good up here.
Yeah, he's gassed up.
All right, let's see what Brandon Hill does with these 18s. Oh, just outside with his third. What up, Ian? Hope you're having a good night.
How
Thanks
we
for
doing,
the like.
Ian? Lauren confirms she's good, doing well, and says that she hopes both of us are too. And I could confirm, feeling pretty good and
Yeah.
doing well. Thanks.
Nice Wednesday over here.
Yeah. Couple of streams in the next few days for us, as we got Friday night. We got some big timers coming
Yeah.
in. George Lane gonna make an appearance here. We got Kim
It's gonna be a
Wallace
good
coming
one.
back to the club. Tom Keller back as well, and new player coming in with
With Tom,
Tom
right?
Brock, I believe. Yeah,
Nice. I'm looking forward to that one, too.
yeah, and then looking to close out the Grudge Series Saturday night, as you'll be able to tune in and catch that final. So stay tuned for that, as we'll have that announced as
Yep, that'll be on Saturday.
yeah, we get everything confirmed. We're going to start that a little earlier than normal. I think we're going to start about 6 o'clock. So
Not bad at all. What's up, Alyssa? Thanks for the like.
Tim speculates that maybe some nerves playing a part in these early rounds, and that's always could be a factor here at the club. But Jake seems to be feeling okay, averaging a 4.67 here in this second game.
Yeah, they're all looking pretty good right now. Game 2, so lots of darts to see tonight. What up, Stuba? Happy Wednesday to you. Dan Taylor, thanks for the like out there.
Rachel says she's doing good, hanging with the baby, and glad she can't wait for the lineup this week. So, same.
Yeah, it's going to be a
Excited.
good one. Got some good
Dede will
matches.
be here. I think Dede's going to do the call on Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah. So we're excited about that. Some of our players will be out doing the Santa shoot at Johnny B. Goods and close out our series here. We've got a couple of us in the booth, get that called and close that out finally. I look back because I was curious, like, when did the Grudge Series even start? Like, it's
Yeah.
been going so long. June 15th was
Wow.
the first match.
Wow,
It was
6
supposed to be-
months.
yeah, it was supposed to be a 2-month thing. So it's hard when the players, I guess we didn't take into factor the contrasting life schedules for people as they got narrowed down. It was harder and harder to line it up, but I will honestly be really glad to get that closed out.
I have to agree with that.
Rachel does confirm that Dede will be in the house for sure on Saturday. So
Awesome.
it sounds like Grandpa has already got his day booked with little man, because I'm sure Rachel will be working.
Yeah, me and Josh are going to hit up the Santa Shoot at Johnny B. Goods. So if you guys are going, we will see you there.
Always a good time out there. I've done that tournament quite a few times.
Bogey runs it very smooth.
You know, if Bogey's in charge, it's going to be done right.
What's up, Dustin? Thanks for the like out there. Happy Wednesday to you.
Dan Taylor in. How we doing out there, Dan? I see Dan says evening all, so checking in.
All right, let's see what happens here. Slow down a little bit in this match. Brandon's looking at 16s probably to point on, or maybe try to close a 19.
Yeah, I think you got to stay there at this point.
Yeah.
With a couple numbers
That was
behind,
smart.
just go ahead and, wait for an opportunity. All four of these players have played here before, so they should be relatively comfortable.
I agree.
Steph says they may see you on Saturday. She's thinking of skipping the ladies singles, and
Sounds good.
her and Chucky heading over there. So
Hopefully I see you, babe.
Dustin Massey says I'm at work, get my dart fix on. So
I like it.
we like that. We're glad to help anybody through the workday, to be honest.
I agree. Hope you're having a good night at work.
Hopefully you're getting ready to get out of there pretty soon.
Steph, no, I'm not going to do the ladies one this weekend. I don't have a partner. I know it's a bring your partner, and I never linked up with anyone, so I'm just going to do the Johnny B. Goods Santa Shoot. But if you go out, good luck in the morning.
Yeah, and I think maybe the date change. That was always done on opening day of the hunting season, and there was some tournaments that interfered. And I think the date change definitely probably hurt that event this year because, it was perfect.
I agree. I have gone before. Me and Tammy shot it before.
Yeah, it's always a
the
good
only time I
turnout.
went.
Yeah, it's a good turnout. Brian does a great job with it, and Maggie and everybody involved.
It
honestly,
is fun.
It's hopefully they still get a good turnout. But I sometimes when your first year after a date change can be a little tough. So hopefully the players will still show plenty of support.
Yeah, for sure. I hope they get a good turnout for the ladies. Good luck to all the ladies that are going to be there.
Kim Wallace says, I may put a dress on. My name is already Kim.
I love it. Kimbo
All
Slice.
right, all right.
Yeah,
Hottie
usually
alert,
November.
hottie alert.
Howard would love to see a goat. Oh, Steph shooting with Sandra. Heck yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I like
a great
that.
team right there.
Blonde bombshells out there getting it done.
You know it. Looks like we might have a quick bathroom break or a beer break.
Tim with the clap back.
Love
He said,
it.
You got the resting bitch face
You sure
down."
do, Kim.
Oh, that's hilarious. So let's see. We see Vargo and Lee jump out to 2-0 lead. That's the second consecutive game where Andrew has started with the trip 20. This time he
Great
backs it up
start
with
here.
another.
Nice 6 mark to start it off.
Chucky says, we know you got one of the dresses in the closet, Kim. So Kim may have set himself up for disaster with that comment.
I love it.
I'm sure he's ready for it, though. Kim, always a good sport.
What up, Chucky? Hope you're having a good night.
So a little kink in the armor for the first time from Brandon.
Yeah. He's been starting off strong.
Yeah, I would say both his games, he had a nice average. Can confirm the team's got a little skin in the game tonight. We always like to see they get a little action on themselves. We may or may not have bet on the teams ourselves,
Yeah.
you know.
We always make a bet up here.
We like to have a little something in it. Makes it a little fun to watch. So hard to pick, though, because we try to equally match the opponent, so then
Yes.
it makes it harder to do. So
I agree.
thanks for the share out there, Mr. Lofton. We'll
What up, Damien?
be speaking of upcoming streams. We'll be seeing him next week. I think Chris has been working on setting that up.
Nice.
Chris and Tim, a guy that he bowls with that actually plays darts as well, is going to play with against Damien and Kenny
I
next
like it.
Tuesday.
That'll be fun.
Told Chris, you better be careful, man. That's a pretty big team for a couple of bowlers to take on. Those guys are darters,
Heck
man. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I'll be anxious to see how that match
I'm looking
plays out
forward to
next
that
week.
one.
Yeah.
All right, great start here from Andrew and Brandon.
Yeah, it looks like the East Side really
Definitely
making
taking advantage
making
of
a
this
move
game.
to get on the board here. And
Vargo's looking at them 17s.
Pull back within a game.
And gets 4. Not bad.
Damien says, Chris knows I'm coming for that ref spot.
That's hilarious.
Classic. Looking forward to seeing you, good kid. Dominic in there with the like. Thanks, Dom. How we doing out there?
What up, Dom? Happy Wednesday to you.
Thank you for the share as well, Dom.
Yep, we
Don't
appreciate
forget,
it.
yeah, if you guys don't mind, please like and share the stream out there. And
Yeah, get these guys out there tonight.
don't forget, if you haven't heard about our giveaways, the live stream is back to the giveaway, and we also have a bunch of other great prizes. Some giving away 4 sets of darts, I believe, and
Yeah.
we got some Dan Burks, Alex Spellman, and Jason Watt, or Bearded Dart Guy, as most people will know him. So got some other prizes as well, some gift cards, custom jersey. So
You know it. Lots of good stuff coming for this giveaway.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
make sure you check it out.
we're doing that drawing after our main event on December the 10th. Actually, I think we're going to do it the day after, so we don't have to take an hour and do it. I think we're going to do it the next day because, frankly, our IT guy's going to be at the Buckeye Open, so they don't trust me to run the computer too much.
Yeah.
Screwing it all up. Not they don't. I should say I don't trust me to run it. So we can look forward to a real cool giveaway this month. And when we get a short break, we'll flash it up on the screen. But
You know it. Got some good stuff coming.
yep, same as always. You get 5 entries for every $5 you donate. So we look forward to see who's going to win and
Who's going to win these prizes?
try to bring back some of the prizes everybody seemed to like the most. It seemed like the darts were real popular when we did them last month, and the custom jerseys have been always been a big hit, and people seem to really love the live stream as well. So I think the hat, and I think we got a hat in there, a couple other things. So
Yeah, we'll put it on the screen for you guys so you can check it out in a little bit.
I know there's 10 prizes in all. I do know that.
What up, Kat? Hope you're having a good night, babe.
How we doing out there, Kat?
Happy Wednesday to ya. What up, X? Thanks for the like out there. All right, so, I mean, if you get a bunch of 15s right here, you're right back in it.
Yeah, they could still make a run in this
Yeah.
game.
Not bad. Gets 4. All
Seems
right,
like
let's
all
see
4
what
players
happens.
have kind of had their time to run a little surge. It seems like we kind of settling in where everybody's kind of shooting pretty good right now. We've seen a couple players. Brandon, really came out. Brandon Lee came out the first 2 games just red hot, and then
Yep, I like Jake's move there. He's going to try and shut the board down, but switch to the bulls after he hit the single 20, so that was smart.
yeah, Jake throws the bulls really well too. I
Yeah.
notice he doesn't miss the bull that often.
Andrew's going to get them points up and make sure they hopefully get this win on the board.
Cat cooking dinner, just getting home from volleyball, Tristan's volleyball game. So.
Nice. I hope you guys had fun.
Sounds like a good, peaceful night around the house.
Yes, it does.
Let's see if Brandon Hill can close this up
Yeah,
here.
3 bowls for the win.
Hat trick pulls you back within a game. A little loose with the first one, but still with a pretty
Right
good
on the
lead.
wire. What point on his third?
Yeah, that could hurt.
We'll see what Vargo does here.
That definitely could hurt. If I'm Vargo, I stay all 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, and
And
he catches the
catches
double
the
on that
double.
third. See, now this gets tricky here because Andrew, they haven't won a game yet, and they had this in the bag, but they're starting to let it slip. Let's
Yeah.
see. Let's see if this gets them a little tight. Sometimes that'll get a player a little tightened up. So
Need one more. Well, he went for the 19, probably because that one looks like a blocker on that trip.
now, if I'm Brandon Lee, I'm going for it. I'm
Oh,
swinging
yeah,
for the
for
fences
sure.
right here. Take the 5 mark for the win. I'd still go. Throw one more dart at it.
He went 19. Not bad.
Yeah.
All right. Brandon needs some 20s or
20s
19s,
or 19s,
here.
yep.
It's going to go 19, it looks like.
Big triple. He really needed that. It's not a
It's
bunch,
not bad.
but he'll take
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it's going to force it's still a game shot.
It is a game
Bullseye
shot.
will leave a double-double for no longer game shot.
All right, so if you're Andrew, you're really happy with that round right there because he has a chance to hit the hat and close this game
Half
out.
of the winner, and that's what you should do. Let's see if he does do that. He does.
Nice
That's
first
a perfect
start.
first start. I like where he located it.
Smart.
Kim Wallace says, Scott Samrick, I'm looking forward to see what your bracket is looking like. I'm actually looking forward to filling it out. I've just been lazy.
I know. I was going to do it. I totally forgot to ask Josh. I forgot to get back to Kim yesterday. I am upset
I think
with
you still have
myself.
time. When's the deadline for turn-in on those, Kim? I sure he could add you into the group chat. There's about 30 to 40 members in there that are participating. It's going to be really fun. It's my first time playing. I've always kind of wanted to play it. I just never really reached out, but I'm just so lazy. I looked at the bracket and it looks like a lot of work. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh my God, I
not
gotta fill all
today.
this out.
I'll look at it later.
I'm doing nothing, dude.
Yeah.
Literally sitting at home. Oh, okay. So you have up to the 14th to get it in. So
Oh, Kim, do I still got time? I'll bring it up to Josh and I can shoot you some money.
yeah, it's definitely something you're gonna want to play. It makes
It's
it a little
fun.
more
I
fun.
like doing that kind of
A little more
stuff.
fun to because you're gonna be watching for
Yeah.
sure. So 29
Nice round
paid
there.
entries after 2 days. It's only been open 2 days, so
Okay.
I bet you he'll end up with 50 entries.
Nice.
So look at this
Wow.
for the lead. Oh, and
he
it's a
gets
double.
a double. They're staying alive in this game.
They really are.
Dan Taylor with the donation.
Thank you to Dan Taylor for the donation out there, kicking things off tonight. We'll get that get you in on the giveaway list as well. I'll update all that
Yeah,
before
thank you,
Friday's
Dan.
event. So we're looking to hopefully sell some tickets this week. So
Yeah, we
appreciate
appreciate
you.
it. Thank you. Good luck to you.
Really excited about the prizes. Some like I said, the darts went over really well last month, and we added to last month. All we had was we just had the Dan Burke barrels. This month we added Alex Bellman and Jason Watt as well. So
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Dan Burke, let's give a shout out and to his mom. She's in our thoughts and prayers. Hope she's doing better today. We saw his post this morning.
absolutely, Debbie,
So,
we're thinking about you, and we hope that hope you're feeling better, and hope you're gonna get home soon.
Yep. Everyone, keep her in your thoughts and
It
prayers.
was really scary to read. She's so supportive of everyone and
She's
just a
very
really good
supportive.
person, and
Yep.
we're all thinking about you. So
Yep. So Brandon Hill and Andrew got that win, and good start from Vargo and Lee.
and that's what you like to see. You don't want to see it get too lopsided early, at least as one of the opponents. You just don't want to.
Yeah.
We see so many cricket sets just get completely lopsided early, and then it causes players to press, and after that, it usually gets kind of ugly. So
I agree.
for them to win that third game and just make it only a 2-1 is could be a big turning point for them.
All right, so 19s are open for Andrew to close and point on.
Devlin in the house cheering on the east side. How we doing, Devlin? Hi, Andrew from Kaylee, Cindy says. So, you know what? We're going to get that Cash App pinned in the comments, too.
Oh, yeah, let me do that.
Forgot to do that for you guys earlier. I know that the PayPal link is at the live with the top of the stream there, so we are going to pin. You know what? I always end up do the cash. We'll do the Cash App. Yeah.
All right, what is it? $1 sign, right?
Yep. And then Midnight Dark Club and that's it.
And then we will pin that bad boy. There you go. Hopefully you guys can see that now.
Yep. And there are other ways, or if you want it to roll across the top of the screen, you use the link at the top. There we go with the white horse. Let's get that clipped. Great shot.
Great shot from Vargo right there.
Good job by young buck nailing a white horse to take control of this leg.
What up, Devlin? Hope you're having a good night out there.
Scotty
Cheering on the
Mullins
east
back
side.
in. He's becoming a regular around here. I like it, Scott. He
What's
says,
up,
"Let's
Scott?
go blue." I'm sure he was blown away by that game this
Oh
weekend.
yeah,
Man,
go
that
blue,
was
baby.
you know, even as a Sparty fan, I have to say that was one heck of a performance.
Heck yeah. Jeff Main, what's up? Thanks for the like. Adam Green, hope you guys are doing good out there. Cindy says hi, Andrew.
Them white horses look so good. They're gonna look really nice on the new the screen
Oh, yeah.
that Josh was showing us. I was
He gave
showing
us
that off
a
today.
little sneak peek today, so it's coming out really nice.
Yeah,
a
I
lot
think-
of work that goes into that.
Yeah, most likely we won't release that till season 2. But
Yes.
it's up and pretty much ready to go. We're also going to be bringing instant replay your way
yeah.
and some other things. And
Lots of new stuff coming.
as always, we're always working on new fun things for the giveaways as well. And you know, help support the people who support us. We like to
Yeah, we
people
appreciate
get a
you
chance
guys.
to win cool stuff. I see my man Mad Ice Man out there checking in. How we doing, brother?
What's up, Iceman? I saw Easy out there too. Hope
I
you're having
did
a
see
good night.
Easy go by there.
Rick, what's going on with you?
Thanks for the likes, guys. Team Freer versus Team Mo Nuts going down at MDC. We have heard a lot about this.
Yeah,
I know
that would be a
Scott
pretty good one.
Edwards was asking.
The
and
drive-by shooters
Yeah.
versus Team Freer.
the handyman
Howard Hill
checking
was
in.
on that team too.
Steve Mezzo, how we doing?
What up, Mezzo? Hope you're having a good night out there. He's probably hoping Josh doesn't have to work so they can game all night.
Yeah, I'm sure those guys getting it in. Can't blame them. There we see a donation, Mr. Sheehan. Thank
What's
you,
up,
brother.
Tim? Thanks for the
$40
donation.
So get him on that list as well.
He
And,
said, "Happy Hanukkah, MDC."
I like his style. Tim did confirm that he'll be here next week for the. We're gonna do a little singles tournament for the end of the month. We really did say we say end of the month, but it's actually the middle of the month because we just did November, December together because we'll be shut down for half of December. So, but we do have a nice 501 singles event planned with some of the guys from around here and
Yeah, it'll be good.
some new players coming in. I did talk to Gunnar McGibbon, who says confirmed that he's going to be making his first trip. I've never played with him personally, but
Same.
I've heard a lot of things about him, and looking forward to meeting him and watching his game in action. So
Nice.
I see Pauliato with the like out there. How we doing, Paul?
What's up, Polly?
Of course, Chris Norquist with the Roll Tide.
Polly, me and Josh will see you Saturday. Looking forward to the Johnny B. Goods tournament.
Yeah, it sounds like quite a few people from this way heading out, and this time of year you see those tournaments tend to do so well and get people in together to do the
I have to agree.
right thing and have fun, and can't go wrong.
Got
Toys
that
for
right.
Tots program type things, always a fun thing to be a part of
It is.
in my experience.
I agree. Gordon and Patricia are out there too. So what's up, Gordon and Patricia? Thanks for the like out there.
How we doing? I got to think they've got to be Team Eastside tonight, right?
I would think so too.
Got to remember they count as 2 votes, not just one, since
They
share
sure
an
do.
account.
I love that comment.
Classic.
Yep. Iceman, we're doing good over here. Thanks for checking in.
Surprise, Iceman ain't throwing no darts tonight. What's up? What's going on, brother? No steel tip virtual or nothing going on today?
Yeah, what you doing on this Wednesday night? So Vargo and Lee took that win to make it 3-1. And pretty even start between both teams right now.
Couple of unlucky darts for Brandon Hill there as he right next door to both. Let's see what
yeah,
he
it
decides
looks
to do
like-
with the third. I would stay 20. He does.
Couple of Sheehan darts right there.
On the wire. On the wire.
Kyle Wright, what's up with ya? Hope you're having a good Wednesday.
Paulie confirms it should be a great turnout. They're expecting, and they'll have 10 boards. And it's always a great tournament for a great cause, and I couldn't agree more.
I agree. That's one of my favorites to go to. Me and Josh always enjoy that one. Getting to see our Eastsiders.
And it's located enough where you get people from
Yeah,
all
every area.
Like I feel like one thing with Linda's always be it's always been on a Tuesday night and stuff like that, so it's a little tough with and they still get 80 to 100 players every year, so I gotta assume they expect 100 players.
Oh, for sure.
And get the Waterford, and I mean, like, the ladies' night is the same day, but was obviously nothing they can do to they pushed it back weeks and weeks. So
Yep.
But
Donald, thank you for the share out there.
there's so much darts going on every night, and so many players. I mean, it's just it's
hard.
It's impossible.
It's just, yeah.
Even with streaming, like there's people that we try to not to stream on the same day as 3 or 4 other people, but it is what it is, and some days the matches just all fall where you're all streaming together, and it's like, hey, it's I think it's good for the game. It just says how many people are participating and taking place, so
and gives people more options too, so nothing wrong with that. Gordon and Patricia will be babysitting the little ones.
Hey, sounds like they're doing a good deed too,
I
as
like
well.
it.
So I seen a sneak peek at Ronnie's work schedule for the month. I'm surprised if Ron can even be there. I
saw that too.
Oh,
Does he have like 3 days off?
Yeah,
or
and
something?
out of like 5 weeks.
Amazon be kicking this time of year, that's for sure.
You know it. I got a few things I got to get in there and pick up. Shout out to Norquist for moving that light back like he said he was going to do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He really got on top of that when he got down there in his PJs.
He's already thinking about the wings.
I'm just waiting for him to hear that comment so he gets up and moves it.
He will. We know he's listening. We have a good time with Chris. I tell you what,
he's got to show off his PJs.
being able to call Chris 4 times a day and plan some of these events and stuff has been a lifesaver for me.
Oh, for
man.
sure.
It showed the phone bills that the amount of time I spent on the phone with him in a month is insane.
I love talking on the phone with Chris.
He's got long drives between jobs. I know he'll be like,
wrong with it.
Scott's not busy.
Same,
So I'm either taking a nap or I'm on the phone with Chris.
Yep.
Or Day or Josh asked, did we get pictures today?
We sure did, baby.
We did. We got all 4 players photographed.
Yep. And I
think we even got a couple of smiles, no arms crossed.
Yeah, no arms crossed, couple smiles. So you should be able to pull those up. I plugged the memory card back in for you.
Yep. Can confirm that I saw that go down.
Yeah. So I can turn the alarm clock off since he's already up. You got to work tonight, babe? Oh, I forgot to do my daily spin on FanDuel yesterday.
Oh, I never forget mine. I'm in about 6:05 most days. Today I did it about 6:18. I swear Danny's luckier than me. Every time I let Danny spin, it's he gets a trophy.
Does he get a trophy?
He gets a trophy almost every time. I'm like, and the last time he spun, he hit like 3 bells and it gave us like $12. I was like, man, you're so lucky, buddy. He's got the luckiest little thumb.
The luckiest little thumb.
He does.
I love it.
Another person looking to get in on Kim Wallace's World Championship thing, and I think that's gonna be fun.
I definitely want to get in on that, Kim. So I'll message you later on that one.
It does sound like Josh will be back to work tonight, so
bummer.
hopefully have a good day at work, brother.
Drive safe, baby.
Nice work on the sneak peek we got to catch a look at today. That was
I loved it.
Pretty dope.
Yeah. What's up, Alicia? Thanks for the like out there.
Alicia Booth, check in. I don't know if she got a sneak peek. I assume that was her jersey, right? The custom.
It was, yeah. So I think she did get a look at that.
Hopefully you got to see that. Looked like Josh knocked it out the park with that one. At least I felt like he did. It looked pretty cool.
I like it a lot.
Seen the tribute jersey to someone gone way too soon, a young guy we grew up with. So
yeah, nice tribute there that she did for her friend.
Yeah, I agree.
So still pretty evened up match here. I mean,
this is a big turn.
They can still point on the 17, so that's good. Great first start from
huge
Andrew.
Huge first start.
Can you get one more? Nice.
Settling in really nice
Good
here.
round. Good round from Andrew right there.
Vargo playing well as well. So let's see if he starts on that 19. He does.
Josh, I'll just ask you since you're tuning in. Kim's doing a bracket for the PDC, so I wanted to see if you wanted to get in on it. I'll shoot him the money for our brackets.
Yeah, the
$10, can't beat it.
the group chat was going pretty wild today. I mean, not like giving away a sleeper pick, but the way MVG just played in the Players Championship, it's gonna be hard to not pick him.
Yeah.
At least to be in the top 2 or 4. Look at this shot from Brandon Hill.
Come on with it. Great round
Excellent
from
shot.
Brandon right there. Huge 6 mark.
With some early struggles too, because his average was a little low, but it doesn't matter when you hit shots like that right on time and your partner's shooting well. And
Yeah, had to have it.
must be maybe those guys came from the science lab or something, because I'm sensing some real chemistry.
Lame. So lame.
I can't help myself. Seriously.
Dork. Oh, it was a good one.
Lawrence says B Hill needs to relax. It's always good to be relaxed around here.
Yeah. Whenever I get a little worked up or not shooting well, I like to do a shot. So
I was
You
actually
nothing
thinking
wrong with
that.
that.
I didn't even think that's what you were gonna say. Look at that 9 mark. But I was like, what, Shotty Yeager? And
yep,
yeah,
you already know it.
clip it. Even though our fans are slipping a little bit, we didn't see no scissor comments out there. Kenny Tang,
Yeah.
thanks for the light.
Great 9 mark there.
They
Kenny Tang, what's going on?
they
Thanks for
probably
the share.
appalled by the humor there.
So I'm going to be shooting with Kenny for the trips at the Buckeye Open. I'm looking forward to that.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Who's the other? Who's your third?
I have no idea. Kenny, who's our third? Let
Day
me know.
Thanks for the light.
Thanks for the leg, Day. All right, let's see what Andrew does here. Get a nice little lead on the points. Nice close on the 15.
Man, that was such a good dart.
Great
Both of those
second
darts.
dart. Come on, that was a
This
great
guy,
round.
clip it machine
that.
right here.
Clip that for sure.
So that's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Big shots when it
agree.
matters the most.
All right, 3 bowls from Brandon Hill to shut this out and make it a 3-2 match.
In a game that they were down in pretty bad.
Yeah.
I would say at one point it looked like it was
It could have won
good
either
chance
way,
that it
for
could have
sure,
got to 4-1, yeah.
Great first
Big double
start.
bull. And he finishes the game up, so great job.
Great game from Brandon and Andrew there to get that win. We'll have Vargo and Brandon Lee start off game 6.
So heading into game 6, only one game separating the two teams at a 3-2 big first start. These guys are hammering that first start triple 20. I will definitely say
They
it
are.
seems like the first start of every game has been a trip 20.
Yeah, nice 7 mark to start it off. What's up, Shane? Thanks for the like out there.
Alcorn, what's going on out there, my man?
Hope you're having a good night.
50 viewers hanging tough with us, so appreciate y'all.
Yeah, Lauren, I think he's starting to get comfortable down there. It was a good win from both of them.
Brett thinks that maybe Hill's pace slowing down a little bit might have helped because he put together some better shots. So
Yep.
definitely don't want to rush when you're on the line. It's your turn and take it for as long as you need. I agree with that. Jeremy Russell checking in. How we doing out there, brother?
What's up,
Thanks
Jeremy?
for the like.
Happy Wednesday to you. They do have a pretty good music selection going on. I'm not going to lie.
You know, I'm surprised they don't all have earbuds. Most of
Yeah.
almost
I know
all the young
Vargo
players.
shoots with
yeah,
earbuds.
and definitely Brandon Lee's got him in.
Yeah.
I think Chris picked the music today because he was the first one down there,
He probably did.
and he knew he was going to be down there all night, for the whole match. So Andrew definitely doesn't strike me as an earbud guy. He's,
No,
yeah,
I agree.
yeah,
He's social. He likes to talk to the people around him.
absolutely, yeah. And like some
think
players, you could tell would just wear him like he's definitely just he doesn't strike me as one of them.
100%.
I could see how it could help, but for me,
I couldn't.
in
do
a
it
singles event, I
personally.
could do it maybe. Doubles event, I'd rather not, man. I talk a lot to my partner and
I do the same.
strategize, and for me, it was, not something I ever did. I tried it. I'm not gonna lie, maybe like once or twice, but it was like, I never anywhere but here.
Yeah.
I would try it here, and then it's like, what am I gonna invite all my friends over to wear earbuds all night and not talk to
Yeah,
them?
not talk. I agree.
Not cool. But you see it more and more with a lot of players and high-level players now.
Yep.
You see it at the highest levels.
I agree with that. You definitely see it a lot more now.
I don't even know if they're legal in like PDC events. I would say I've never seen them. I would
seen it.
assume that
Probably
you
not.
can't. I can't confirm that for sure. Kim Wallace probably could, though. If you know the answer to that, let us know.
So Andrew gets the 16s closed. Let's see what Brandon Lee
I
does
feel like
here.
comments keep popping up and going away. You see that?
Yeah, give that a refresh.
Josh did say that yesterday
Oh yeah, the
there were some issues with streams yesterday through Facebook. So
Yep.
Which does happen from time to time. The platform can have issues. These guys are just all over that Trip 15. Last game,
are.
too. Dan Taylor says Andrew's super nice guy. I agree.
I agree with that.
Played with him back a lot at Freer Bar and everything.
All four of these guys are great.
Oh, it was Brandon Lee who said this. He's on the
Nice.
struggle bus. Carry me, Jake. It'll
Sure
happen.
good down there, Brandon.
Yeah, it'll happen in a longer match. You're going to have a bad game or two.
Yep. Just keep on chucking.
But partner's got your back here.
Like we like to say in Steel Tip from Aubrey and Kelly.
Bitches be tripping.
No, fuck it and chuck it.
I like it. I like it.
We do say bitches be
I
tripping
know.
too.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's like Kelly's
Triplin',
motto forever.
yes,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
one of our first
Yeah.
team names.
Yeah.
Was bitches be triplin'. Look at this turnaround here on the 15s too. And Brandon Lee said nope.
Yep. Good time to find that shot.
Yeah, big shot there. All right, let's see
So
what
let's see what Hill does here.
on the bullseye.
Here's the kind of spot. First start, double bull goes a long way. Single bull's good too.
It sure is. All right, so Vargo's just looking at 3 bulls for the win here.
Richard Harrell says that's hilarious. Not sure what it was though. Oh, maybe the you got the motto.
The
It's gotta be the
motto.
motto, yeah.
Couple of mottos
Yeah.
that we got. Yeah.
There's no way it was my science joke. It was-
No,
Yeah.
not the science joke.
So Kim Wallace confirms you can only have earplugs. You can't have earbuds.
Oh, okay.
But you can wear plugs to block the crowd. The
You
bitches
know it,
be
Richard.
tripping. Team name, yeah.
You know it,
I'm just saying,
Richard.
Kelly's I've heard that one for a long time.
Definitely a fun one for sure. Let's see that bullseye. Just outside with the third. All right, so Varga's going to have a look at the bulls again. Only needs 2 this time.
Should be able to get this done with a pretty good lead, 229-point lead. And he does
And
just
he
that, gets it
snags
done
it.
with 2 darts and stretches that lead out to 4-2. Let's take a quick look at that giveaway
Yeah.
before we start. So there's some of the stuff we're giving away this month. You can see the darts you'll have to choose from. There'll be 4 different winners. You could pick any set you want, steel tip or soft tip.
Both
We
are
also-
available.
We also have the live stream that'll be available where you and up to 3 guests. So custom jersey. Josh has been starting to crank those out now. He just finished up the one that Alicia Booth won. So maybe some of you saw that. And we also have some gift cards. And the hats are available as well. So
You know it. Lots of good stuff.
Yeah,
We'll
lots
post
of-
it up again for you guys to see later, too. I like that we're switching up the giveaway prizes. So
Yeah. It was really
keeps
fun to
it
get.
fresh.
Yeah. Oh, and there was one that's not on there too. Is we had a $50 like a mystery box of Fit Flight products.
Yes.
Because we got a bunch of stuff in the dark case, and I was like, you know what? We'll throw a Fit Flight package together. So that's on there as well. So maybe you want to try some new stuff and stuff like that, or whoever wins it, if they tell us what they prefer, the shapes they do use, we can always put some of that in there, but some new stuff to maybe try as well. So
I agree. Chris, you are correct. It is Bitches Be Triplin. That was our team name for sure. Great start from Andrew and Hill here.
I saw the one team name that I liked, and I don't know who it is, but I always tune in and watch the Wolverine matches, and it was Double In, Stumble Out.
That's a good one.
That's a good name. That's a really cool name. Yeah.
I'm not sure who's on that one either.
Dan Taylor's checking in for the night. Says you guys have a great night. 3 a.m. comes early. So
it sure
says
does.
great stream as always. Appreciate you checking in on us, and thank you for the donation tonight. So
yep. Thank you, Dan. Have a good night out there.
Be careful on the roads in the morning.
Nice close on that 19.
It's a big game for Hill and Andrew. I think.
Yeah, I
right
agree.
Here.
And they started off great too.
Yeah, they're in good shape, but you don't want to start getting that three-game break, especially with the loser starts, because it makes it a lot harder to catch up. Richard says he works with the Dark Guys store in Akron, so I'm familiar with the Dark Guys. They do a great job over there. I always see them at
awesome.
They travel with a lot of the steel tip tournaments and stuff, and Feld Push, I think, and all them guys. So been around a long time. It's a great store, I could confirm.
Awesome. Maybe I'll see some of you guys at the Buckeye Open.
I'm sure they're proud. They should be the store at the Buckeye. Big third dart right there from
Yep, had to have
Mr.
it.
Vargo.
Found it with the third. Brandon's going to try and make those go away.
We see the back-to-back Brandons here. It always gets a little confusing when you.
I know. I should say Lee and Hill. That was Hill?
Oh, you're right. The 9 marks. We've been slipping on the 9 mark counter today. He confirms that, yeah, Feld Push and Richard will be there. So
awesome. To make sure I find you guys and introduce ourselves.
Come by and say hello.
How many 9 marks do you think we have
There's
right now?
2.
Two?
I think there's 2.
I think there's 2 too.
Because there was one on the 15s for sure. There was definitely a white horse.
Yeah.
I almost felt like there was 2 white horses.
Maybe there's 3.
Just got so cut up with comments and everything.
3? Chris says 3.
3 9 marks. So
all right, we'll put 3 up there.
We'll go with 3.
Definitely slacking. Thanks for checking us.
Johnny K's Toys for Tots tournament in Pennsylvania
Nice.
this weekend as well, it sounds like. Yeah. So those guys get around pretty well. They've always traveled.
Chris confirming there is. Okay, Dad. We put 3 up there.
Sorry, Chris. Sorry, boss. He's getting hangry down there. We haven't ordered the wings yet, so.
I called him PJ Daddy when I walked down there because he's in his PJs.
Day says there's at least 4.
Oh. Are we supposed to add another?
Have we ever needed instant replay as much as we do right now?
Oh, Chris. Got you.
Sue says, good job, ref. He is the best in the business, ain't he? I will
sure
say,
is.
Chris does. He's put up with so much down there.
He really has to.
But he gets to relax and actually be the player next week. So we're looking forward to getting him onto the stream. Hopefully you
looking
guys can
forward to
tune
watching
in and
him.
support that action, as he'll be taking on a pretty tough team, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm not going to lie. I looked up his partner's average, and they're going to have some work to do. I know Tim's a pretty good player, but from an average standpoint, they're definitely slightly outmatched. Maybe the home court advantage will help Chris. Chris does get to throw a little bit around here, but don't see him as often on the stream because Most of the time, if he's here, he's working the show with the rest of us.
Can't wait to tune in for that one.
That'll be Tuesday night next week.
Okay. Ooh, I have darts.
Oh, that's right. You guys do got
Last week of Steel Tip.
and then the following week after that is Toys for Tots, and
We will be at
I
that.
know we're all excited about that. That'll be the final one for the season, as the rest of them been ran with
gonna look
Johnny's
at that,
coming up on
Tony?
Saturday, and my place already having theirs in the books. I think there's they got one at the Nail, or is it already over? They already did it, I think.
I think they already did theirs.
I think it was the same day, or no, maybe that was the turkey shoot when Farm and Topsky played.
Oh, yeah, they do a turkey one.
Chris confirms that Tim's practicing every day, so that's good. I played with darts on a team with Tim years ago, and I know that he's a very capable player, so I just think that you guys would definitely have to have a good night and play consistently and, keep the heat on those guys. Dart's a funny game, man. It could change in a hurry. You
It
just
can. See what Andrew does on these 20s.
got to play smart. Big dart
That's
here. Let's see
one.
what he does.
Only snags one. Looks like he wired the other two.
So if I'm Vargo here, I'm going to close
Closing
that
that
20
20?
first, yeah. And then I'd go right after that 15 because he's been smashing it anyways. At least get one dart at the 15. He does.
Okay, thank you, Kevin.
Oh, the Nails tourney is a week from Saturday. Okay,
Okay.
so the 10th.
Yep, we will be in Ohio for that one.
Yep, I got a little singles tournament going here that day because it's my birthday, and we're going to run our end of the month and pretty much get ready to shut down for the season as
Yeah.
during the
Close it out for the
holidays.
holidays.
We're not going to be doing much streaming. We'll be watching a lot of the PDC World Championships and stuff like that, so we'll keep you guys informed on where you can watch that and stuff, but
All right.
everybody's really busy that time of year. No reason to do too much.
Andrew's got to look at taking advantage of this game right here. 16?
Look
16
at this.
now.
Is he gonna? That's a great
nice
shot.
round.
I really had to be thinking at least a little bit to fire at that 16
I thought
right
he was
there.
going to fire it at least once, but not a
Kevin,
bad
thanks
round.
for the light.
Thanks for the light, Kevin.
Such a tricky parts of the game right here. This
Yep,
is a
right when
big
it
shot
gets down
by
to the end.
big shot for Brandon Hill right here. Let's see what he does.
I would just stay there.
Thank
I
you
don't
for the
know.
share out there, Kevin.
I don't know. What would I do? 5 points?
No, Chris's partner. He's talking
4
about. He
points.
said Tim says me practice. Tim
I
had-
was going to put a disclaimer out there that Chris is not referring to Tim Sheehan.
No, the Wire don't practice. He has the same theory as Allen Iverson about practice. We talking about practice?
All right, Andrew's still got to look at these 15s, get them points back up.
First art triple. About to drop that AI.
All right, gets up 1 point.
I'd close it down. You
I
only
would
need
too.
two. Oh,
Definitely now.
leaving them alive.
Yeah, keeping them in the game. That's
Chip
for
and a
sure.
chair. Chip and a chair. Let's see what he does here. First art triple gives. That dart is just hanging in
Yeah,
a
it
horrible
is. That's
position.
a tough second dart.
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to come back around to Lee. Close that 15 out. Keeps it open. Andrew is getting another look at these 15s. Triple with a third. Almost, but he got 2. Not bad.
I'm really
Still down
kind
on some
of hit a
points.
wall here. Who's going to take over? Richard confirming how important practice routine is to elevating your game, and I couldn't agree more. I think practice is obviously essential to just make the game feel easy to yourself. And when you're in, big pressure situations and you feel like you've done it a bunch of times, it's going to make your life a little easier, I believe.
I agree.
So it looks
All
like
over
we're
that
going to
bowl.
we might get 5-2 here.
What's up, Nicholas? Thanks for the like out there.
How are we doing out there, Nicholas? Thank
Tuning
you.
in.
Appreciate the support. The Extravaganza is such a good tournament in Cleveland. I was just talking about that the other day. Used to be the first weekend in May. I don't know if that's still when they do it, but I think that really goes back to I feel like he, when he hit that trip 15, he never fired at that 16, and you fire that dart and it goes in.
The same with the 16s, with Vargo being on them.
Yeah, just leaving that team alive.
Yeah.
Just that extra little bit of hope.
Yeah, I agree. Thanks for the like, Gannon. BG out there.
How we doing out there, Gannon?
Hope you're having a good Wednesday.
May or may not have taken a short break to do a shot or grab a beer or something here. So right around the halfway mark, and we're in a race to 9 for anybody who's not familiar with that. It does say at the bottom there, race to 9, first to 2 sets. Our second set will be all 501. Will be played with the freeze rule. Hot Bull double out. Day ass race to 7, but we did the guys we ended up going race to 9.
BG's in Marquette. Drive safe out there.
Recognize that square green bottle anywhere. It looks like it's time for a little break.
What's up, Paul Merrick? Thanks for the like.
Thanks out there, Paul. Appreciate the love, the support.
Day-Day's funny over there, huh?
He's full of jokes today.
He sure is.
So at 8:30, we got it at 5 games to 2 with right around 50 viewers and just over an hour into it. So
Thanks
far,
everyone
so good.
for tuning in, for the likes and the shares.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all. And Chris is, I don't know what Chris is doing. Looks like a Jaeger bomb if I had to guess.
Definitely looks like a Jaeger bomb.
Brandon may be checking into the chat there. So
Actually, I believe that's a Jaeger barrel.
that is root beer. In the Jaeger bomb family, though.
Definitely. Cheers to these guys.
Brandon Lee confirms it is a Jaeger barrel, so good
right.
pace for these guys so far, though. They're going into game 8. That's say a pretty good pace, and that's what we like to see here.
I agree.
Some of us do have to work in the morning. Not me, but Katie does.
Sure do.
You can see we'll lose a few viewers there. Just a 5-minute break. Our viewers aren't very patient. Nobody wants to watch shots, not Jaeger shots. They want to watch dart shots. So.
Darts. So Andrew starts off with 1, and Vargo closes at 20s. So we'll see what Hill does on these 19s, or maybe he'll close that 20 out first. I've been one to try and close that with a dart to not allow the other team to point on it.
Right here, I like the 19. I feel like you have to. If you hit trip 19 first dart, you can go up and maybe hit those 2 single 20s, but I feel like you have to have a triple 19 before you go chasing them down. Personally, maybe it's in steel tip. You could argue maybe doing it the other way, but soft tip, the triple is a little bigger, a little easier to hit. But Brandon Lee comes to the line with all kinds of options. Fresh off a Jaeger barrel, feeling pretty good. Finds a first dart triple
barrel for a 4 mark.
Hex, how we doing out there? Thanks for the like.
What's
Appreciate
up, Hex? You. Happy Wednesday to you. Andrew's looking at them 17s. Snags a trip on his 3rd. Not bad. get some points on the board there.
Thank you for the share out there, Hex. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Hex. We appreciate you.
I feel like Hex was one of the viewers that came in the night when we streamed when Maine was here. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I feel like Hex is from
The Ohio area?
yeah, out there with
Nice.
I could be wrong, but I think he came in with that crew. We had such a fun night the day we streamed when Maine was here. Gosh, we had so many people in the stream that day.
Yeah, that was a fun one for sure.
It was overtaken. It was
It was.
there was more viewers for Maine.
Record-breaking.
Yeah, definitely Maine is
breaking for sure.
definitely. Like we say around here, we know why they call him main event because he definitely puts on a good show, and he was in here throwing some smoke too. Looking forward to getting him back.
Yeah, for sure.
The 440, he says, yep, from the 440. That's
like
exactly what it was, the 440. I remember that now.
That was definitely a fun one.
Yeah, I think that stream stayed with almost like 150 people the whole night.
Yeah.
And those guys, we streamed most of it, but they stayed after. We hung out. I think Maine and Yancey stayed here until about almost 3 in the morning that day.
Yep. Been known to do that, that's for sure. Still a pretty evened up match here, so we'll see what takes off. Brandon can point on the 20 still, or I should say Lee.
Let's see what he does down by 20 points here. So, no, not quite 20. 20 got him the lead, though.
I like that he looked at that 18. Not a bad
Yeah, a little
switch.
fast. Maybe off his pace there a bit.
Yeah. He does throw pretty fast, it seems like.
It's hard to hold that perfect pace for such a long night, but I mean that. In all honesty, that's what the great players do. They're able to, they just consistent. The way they release it, the way they hold that. One thing I'll say, we've seen that all night from Vargo here. I feel like his pace really hasn't jumped too much.
Yep, I agree.
He may have had some, bad games at times and stuff like that, but for the most part, he's real consistent with his form and his pace and timing, and that's important.
Nice third dart from Hill right there. Take a little point lead.
Yep. 35-point lead there. So let's see what the first dart for this guy is. Did he drop the dart?
I think that's the second time the dart has fallen out of his hand mid-throw.
Maybe he ought to check out that dart case and get those brand new grips on those Danbergs. They're pretty grippy darts right there.
They sure are very grippy darts.
We could still maybe even give you a Black Friday deal on that, buddy.
Take a look at that 20.
His pace been consistent as well,
Yeah,
I will say,
yeah.
Andrew.
I agree. See what Vargo does here on these 20s. Great first dart.
Man, perfect spot. And another.
Staying there. Nice round to pick up the pace a little bit. Gets a point lead. So Hill is looking at these 17s. Needs at least 4, right?
Yeah, he would love to see that 20 go away if he could have got the
4
lead.
more.
With that, just a
Next
single
one,
to
just
close
on the
hanging
wire.
over your head there.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's in the back of your mind, and maybe that's
Just jump
what
up.
you're slightly distracted.
Lee closes it and goes for the 18s. All right, I see Andrew going 18s here. Be an easy switch to close at 20 as well.
Rodney Addison checking in. Thanks for the like out there, Hot Rod.
What up, Hot Rod? Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're having a good night out there.
Big first start.
just outside.
PJ
Points
Kirk
with the
checking
set.
in. It says he's in Benton Harbor for work for the week, and ask, is it the first set? It is. This is set 1. As you can see, the lead's 5 games to 2 there. So playing a best of 3 set like we always do. So we'll see how this turns out. It seems it's been Vargo on lead most of the time.
It sure has.
Couple times it looked like Andrew and Brandon were getting ready to make a charge back.
Yeah,
but
some of these games have been really close to where it could go either way.
them 16-15s were a lot of we see these matches
coming
turn
down to the end.
Yeah.
The end play. Great first start.
It was. Is he thinking 20?
No, he's
No,
trying
he's
to get
trying
into
to
that
find
triple.
a line in there. See, I like that when they're stacked on the bottom like that. Just ride the wave right here, just
Beautiful.
like that, just like that, buddy boy.
Great round from Andrew right there.
Learned that one from his dad.
You know
Malacca
it.
was always good on the corners, wasn't he? Mike always hit them trip 16s really well.
Yep, his dad Mike is a great shot for sure. Always
Really
repping
is.
Freer.
And the New York Yankees. another
You
thing
know
he's
it.
always
Oh yeah,
repping.
for sure.
Yankees for life for that guy for sure. Probably excited. I saw the big offer they gave to Judge today. They offered him 8-year, $300 million
Oh, my
contract. I believe I
gosh.
saw.
Can you even imagine? Nice third dart from Hill right there.
PJ looking to sneak back in before year's end. It's potential that we could get that done. We got a couple of things booked next week or two, but after between the 10th and the 17th, we don't really have anything going on. We got one match. One match we're working on, I think, with a couple of the guys from Ohio, but I think that's going to be earlier in the week. So that's something we could potentially put together.
Not a bad round from Andrew there. Closes at 20 and gets a 1 point lead, so not bad. And it didn't hurt him at all. So
Now, and this is caught right back up, too. 16,
Yeah.
15. I mean, the lead was 135
keeps coming down to
points.
these two numbers.
Yeah, it does so many times. What do you do here? Go for that 15. He did.
He did.
I like it because I feel like not going for it last game is kind of what cost them. They kept just
for
continuing
sure.
with the, small little point lead, small little point lead. Sometimes you got to go ahead and take that swing, man.
I agree.
At least let them know you're thinking about it. Like right here,
Yeah.
you're coming up 48's
Put some
what?
pressure on
48's the lead. It's only a 5-point lead, but
Good round from
you could
Lee.
potentially throw one dart at it. So, maybe you go 16-16. Triple here will give you 21-point lead. What? Oh, and he stays. So
And he hit the triple, so not a bad to stay at all.
might get his partner a shot at that 15. Depends what Vargo does here. Kerry Rose says, come on, boys. Keep your pace.
So they still do have the point lead.
So I'm going for the close right here if I'm him. You got three 15s, gets the job done. If you hit it for a start, you can go back and stack the chips.
What's up, Marin?
I see my girl Marin checking in out there. How you doing out there, Marin?
Oh, I said it wrong. What's up, Marin? Sorry about that.
So let's see what he does here. Down by 25.
Big second dart. Going for that 16, isn't he? Oh, no, he
Stays.
stayed.
Big shot.
Wow. Just keeping them open, though. It's going to be a back
Mm-hmm.
and forth battle.
And Andrew's found a lot of triples so far tonight. I mean, they may be down some, but he has found some big triples at the right time. Let's see if
He
he can
sure
do it one
has.
more time.
Just low on the third. Almost looks like it was flighted.
Marin says, hey.
What's up? Whatcha?
Checking in here in set 1 as we about halfway through it, depending on if there's going to be a little comeback or not. The chances are there. I mean,
They are. I agree.
Looks like PJ's liking what he's seeing out there as he says, nice.
All right, so 3 bowls to win and put them up 6-2. Let's
Yeah,
see
go
what
right
happens
after.
here.
No reason to do anything but bulls. Even here, you can throw your first 2. Now you stay, close it out, double bull, game over. Well, point's not going to hurt you, but
I think that's a scared
could go either
dart.
way on that shot.
I call that a scared dart. Sorry.
Definitely is debatable. Definitely could be considered that. I mean,
Well, when you hit a bull, why not stay there, you know? If he missed the second one, I could see him switching for sure.
looks like a
But
genius play now, though, after
definitely
that 5 bull.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, you get, Andrew that comes up and hits, 5? So. I guess
Look at that. Vargo says, I'm not going to point. I'm just getting it over with here. So
Yeah.
as they
So it
move
ended
to
up being a smart move for sure.
6 games to 2.
6-2, and Hill and Wingo will bring it up. Game 9.
Why my camera's going off, man? Hear the dogs barking and
All right, Andrew's going to start this off. Nice find with the 3rd dart to hit the trip.
and just windy out there.
It's really windy today.
It is. I will say the girls next door, the shepherds, both girls, they definitely, don't need an alarm system when I'm out there.
No, you
ain't,
sure
ain't nobody
don't.
creeping on them.
I wouldn't get near that fence.
No.
That's for sure.
Oh, that's the. Alrighty, we confirmed that was the wing stop order, so
It was the food.
that's always good to set off the cameras around here.
It
We're all
sure
right with
is.
that.
Nothing
Bring
wrong
food,
with that.
Bring food, bring beer, bring darts, all the fun stuff.
So it looks like Lee and Vargo have a slight advantage right now. We'll see what Hill does here. Is he going to look at them 17s or 18s? 18s.
Gotta
Nice
find a
second
triple
dart.
here because they already have 2.
Yep.
All right, he'll take single. Benson checking in. What's up, Benny?
Benny, what's up, B-Son? Happy Wednesday to ya.
Feel like it hasn't been too long since we saw Benny here at the club. Him and Brent just had a nice little shootout with Howard and PJ. What was that? 2 weeks ago now, maybe?
Yeah, I talked to Ben last night after Steel Tip League. Gave him a call, see how they were doing.
I seen they did beat the
They
MDC
did.
Steel Tip team
Yeah.
10-9. Yeah.
Gave them both their losses. So,
I try to watch on the Dark Connect when I can. I'm getting old though, watching like that. I'll end up falling asleep. I made it to, I think it was 7-7. It was the last score I remember seeing, and I did hear that it was confirmed at 10-9. So
10-9, yeah.
good match out there.
Close match, it sounded like.
Second win in a row, he points out.
Hey.
Nothing wrong with that. They held the Mr. Sheehan to a 3-5 record on the night I did here.
Did he really?
Only because the group chat, everyone
love
was giving Tim shit.
I can only imagine what goes down in that chat. I can think a lot of shit talking.
Oh yeah, we got some of the best in that chat as far as smack talk goes. Kev in there,
Yeah, for sure.
Day-Day's in there.
Some hard players
Chucky,
for sure.
It's
Yep. Yeah, Benson, we'll see you guys for the last week up at Oak Lanes. We'll be playing there too.
Yep. I think MDC only needs two games to clinch it, but I think from a point standpoint.
Oh, is it getting close? For the first place?
Well, they need if they win 2 games, they'll win.
Oh, okay.
So, but it could be a 3rd straight loss though. You know what I mean? That's pretty good bragging rights. You saw how
I
happy
agree.
everybody was when the Lions won 3 games in a
Yeah,
row. So.
it's very true. All right, so Vargo and Lee looking pretty good in this game here. One more to close. 15s. Snags 1. All right, so Hill needs to bang out these 15s. Let's see a 9 mark. We'll take 3. Get some closed.
See, one thing you got to do is stay tough here. You see a little bit of the negative body energy there from Brandon.
Slowing down a little bit.
Yep. It's okay. I mean, you're in a bad spot where you might not win this set, but it is best of 3 sets, and the next set is all a 1, and everything can turn around, you know. And Andrew's played really well. You know, they've lost some games in the end, but that's one thing you want to try to keep it together, and you know. You are going to lose some games, and these guys have played pretty well against you and kept you up against it. But fresh slate. Even if you lose this set, even if it ends up going 9-2, it's still a fresh slate. When you come in clean the 0-1, none of these games would matter. So you want to stay tough, and we see them sneak up to a 7-2 lead. Potentially talking some game plan back there as Andrew.
Get that score up there. All right, Andrew's going to start this one off. He's started off well on these 20s. Let's see him do it again.
That's hilarious. I was just showing Katie the text there, Sue.
I love it.
We'll get the best props around here.
Definitely. And Andrew did start off good on them 20s. We'll see what Lee does here on them 19s.
I tell you, it hasn't been the start. For me, it's been the finish, what I've seen in this match, you know.
Oh, yeah, I agree 100%. Starts have been real
these
strong.
These guys have stayed through the 18s, you know, maybe down a little, but it's like finishing and just making the right play at the end of the game, you know. It's not like they've even been missing the shots. It's just maybe a little extra heavy on the point. Sometimes you got to fire that dart or that trip 15. It
Go
might
for that
feel,
close.
you know, it might feel like, oh, if I miss this, I'm screwed, you know, but it's really not like that.
I agree.
You got to pick some times and go ahead and be aggressive once in a while. And as the old saying goes, scared money don't make money.
You heard it.
At least that's how we always said it.
Nice third dart there from Andrew.
That was a great dart, wasn't it? Real confident.
Yes.
It's killing me smelling those wings right now.
I can smell them too, and they smell so good.
Here.
You can go get some.
That's
if you want to go
I feel like I can make it to the end of the set at this point.
That's what I was waiting for. They smell
unless
good.
there's a comeback coming. They get it to 7-5. I might be like, you know what? We'll be right back. We'll be right back. I did order too. Chris pointed out to me, you know, I totally forgot your mom had one of the lamps coming from a giveaway that I had totally forgotten about.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Nice.
And Chris said today that she mentioned something the other day, and I was like, you know what? She's right. I totally forgot about that. So
We'll make sure we get it to her.
Ordered a couple more. Yeah, maybe we could almost sneak that in the giveaway. I kind of took them out, though, because I felt like they were always the last thing picked, you know, and so many
It's nice to switch it up.
Yeah, so many people already have one, too.
Yeah.
You know, because when we first put them out, they were getting picked early, and then it was like a lot of the people had one.
Like the regulars, yeah.
But I feel like a lot of the players were giving them to their kids and stuff like that. I mean,
It's
great
a good nightlight.
Yeah.
It is.
Like, yeah, I know.
It's got light settings on it. Real cool if you're
it's bright, too. Like,
wanting to change something up in your kid's room with a cool night light that's got a lot of different features on it.
Just a standard LED, all the different blinking colors and whatnot. So But I definitely I have to turn mine off to go to bed. It's bright like that. Like I feel like if I leave it on, I'm
Gonna keep staring at it.
like it nice and dark in here. Yeah.
So
Oh,
Andrew
we
and
lost a
Hill.
flight there. Let's see if he think he realized because a little slow coming back into the camera view there.
Still got a slight lead here. We'll see what Vargo does on these 19s. Oh, he switched. Tim coming in with a little shot.
Yeah.
All right, so he picks up 40 points, gets a little lead.
Tim's another one I didn't mention. Obviously, Tim's in the group chat too, you know, because he's the team captain.
Oh, for
but
sure.
Gannon, you know. It's definitely, I think it's about a 4-year-old group chat.
I like it.
3 at least. It's on Messenger. So it's a little easier to send memes and links and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
That's the way to do it. That's how my girls' team is.
Yeah.
We do it on
It's
Facebook
really
Messenger.
easy to do it that way, yeah. And everyone's always on Facebook anyways, it seems
Yeah.
like, at least dart players.
Well, it's easy to send videos and pictures that way. Text, it's like they get all pixeled out and they don't look as good.
Android to Apple and
Yep.
yeah, I agree.
Big second dart there. And third.
Yeah, excellent hit there, so what was that?
I think he just fined Vargo. Did Vargo punch the board or I don't know what happened. But he held up his change cup, so I was curious on why he did that.
Yeah, I don't think he would actually hit the board. He might have tripped. I mean, it was a
Oh, he
6
might have
mark. He
tripped.
couldn't have been that mad,
Yeah,
but
I know. It was a good
we don't
round.
smack the board till
Maybe
you
he did fall.
literally
I don't
never
know.
come back. It's please don't hit the boards. We paid cash for these. You know
I
what
don't
I
think
mean?
the board moved, though, so I don't think
Yeah,
it was
that's
that.
a good point. Yeah,
Board did not move.
and we'd see the fist if you. Yeah,
For sure. Maybe it was the ceiling because you do have that bar right up there,
Oh yeah,
like the wood. I've seen some people hit that wood.
I don't like to see it. I feel like it's poor sports. It's like, save that for the $5 luck of the draw tournaments. Like, please don't hit things here. It's my house.
Maybe Chris will confirm what that banging was.
Most people usually don't hit much here. It's especially after a 6 mark.
Sounded like someone fell. Good round from Vargo there. Them 18s. They're all pretty consistent, shooting a 4-6. Andrew's shooting good this round, too. Triple. Just inside.
Maybe a slight sense of frustration for the first time we see from Andrew, too. It looked
Yeah.
like maybe not as much frustration as setting in that they starting to feel like.
All right, we'll see what Hill does here. Oh, tough round.
There's Brock talking about our match on Friday. That's he's going to be coming in to play with Tom Keller on Friday night. So
Nice. Looking forward to that. I will be tuning in for sure. I believe Chris is in the booth on Friday with you.
yep, that is correct. Chris is going to come in and do some commentary with me Friday night, and we'll let the guys just kind of do their thing. They're all experienced enough and know what's going on. We did bring in somebody to help these guys with the board just in case they had any problems today. And
Yep. Chris is a jack of all trades down there.
yep,
Wears
pretty
many
much
hats.
works
A
all
lot
the.
of us wear many hats. Chris is one of them. Looking forward to Friday's match. Nice close. 15 double bull for the win. So that puts them up 8-2.
So they're officially on the hill.
They are on the hill.
Now I'm really curious to see what Chris was saying. almost maybe we could have Chris report to the booth here.
Ed, thank you for the like out there. We appreciate you. Hope you're having a good Wednesday.
New name that I didn't recognize. So how we doing, Ed? If you're new, welcome in.
What's up, Ed? So Vargo snags a trip 20 and a 19. Let's see what Brandon does here on these 19s.
Chris is coming up. We're going to get confirmation here what's going on with the banging. I never like hearing it.
Back.
So give us a sec.
All right, guys, we are back.
Chris breathing hot sauce on us. Those wings
Yep,
smell
I
pretty.
know,
Now
they
they smell even
so
better.
good.
Yeah.
Sounds like Ed's at work. Hope you're having a good night at work, Ed. Good round from Andrew right there. Shooting a solid 4 right now. See if they can snag a win here and make it an 8-3 game.
Wayne, welcome in, man. Thanks
What's
for the
up,
like out
Wayne?
there.
Hope you're having a good night. Nice round from Hill right there. Picking up a trip 20 to close it out. Oh, are you in France?
Ed Richards says in France it's 0300 hours.
Wow,
so,
3
wow.
a.m.?
That's
early, man. Thanks for tuning in from France, Ed. We appreciate that.
we haven't seen our man from UK today.
Yeah. We do have another guy from the UK.
Mark. UK Mark, as we call him around here.
Yep.
He could possibly be in bed or anything. I'm not sure.
Another good
Not
round
sure
from
what
Andrew.
time it is over there.
Vargo shooting good. Takes the point lead. Well, that looks like they might have had the point lead there. So Hill's looking to point on these 17s.
Try to find some type of momentum heading into the next match. As you could just see, he just looks defeated here in this set. Like I was saying, you get a clean slate when you go back. I mean,
I agree.
it's from Nancy, says, near Strasbourg. So
Nice.
That
Thanks for tuning in.
definitely a long way away from us, and we appreciate you. And we're glad that we found you all the way out there, and hopefully you're enjoying the stream. Slightly lopsided on this first set today, but that doesn't mean anything. Heading forward, we could see,
I agree.
could easily see a big turnaround.
Anything is possible.
There's a clip it as we see Andrew
Nice.
finds a 9 mark.
9 mark, and I will add that. I don't think we've had another one. If I missed
I don't think we
one,
missed any.
let
I've
me
been
know.
trying to pay attention with the clip its.
Turn that game around.
Dom honest. You know what? We have been
Yeah.
slipping. We have been slipping a bit
Definitely
today.
slipping today, that's for sure.
Reading a lot of comments, trying to keep up with everything, and
Another great round right there. I think these guys are feeling pretty good about this match. Chris says it is 5, so I am going to...
we'll fix that.
Add
Chris
another
has
one?
his own counter down there. You can see the white pad in front of him.
Thank you, Ref, for confirming. I thought Jake's 180 is what I put on there, but we're at 5, so we'll leave it at that. Great round from Andrew, shooting a solid 5-5.
And
really
looking
coming
like
through
he's
in
going to
this
turn
game.
this around for his team. That's exactly what you want before the set ends. You know you're going to lose the set. You're not going to beat these guys 7 games on the trot, most likely. But if you could find a couple and build a little momentum heading into the 0-1,
yep.
you could potentially leave with, some type of energy.
I agree. And he gets the win. Great game from those guys. Andrew shot lights out. 5-5 for that game. Looks like they're taking a quick beer break. All right, so Vargo and Lee are going to start this off. We appreciate everyone tuning in at the hour and 40 mark, just about, right?
Yep, closing in on it. 1 hour and 37 minutes on the counter right now.
Good start from Vargo right there, hitting a 6 mark. See Andrew throw some big darts in this game, too.
And see if he could keep that same
Yeah.
energy from last game after dropping a 5-5.
Probably a quick bathroom break down there. As Day would say, drain the weasel.
Drain the weasel. His go-to line. Big first start from Lee there.
I see him going after these 19s. Is he going to jump over the 17 or go 18? Oh, he went 20. I was wrong on both. See, I would go for a different number on that throw. Keep the momentum going in the game. Because the more you point, the more you're giving them a chance to take that number instead of you.
To just get stuck.
Yeah.
Hey, my apologies, big man. It's stupid.
And we're back.
So here we go. See, I don't love the 16 chase there just because I'll let them have that low number.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
If they're going to point 16 versus 20, they're given, it takes 5 16s to score 80.
Oh, he went for it because they had a mark on it. Or no,
No,
because
the
they
other
had
team
it
has
closed.
the other team has it
I'm
closed.
looking at it backwards.
But just like with Brandon here, it's like
Well, Annie went 20, so switch to the 18.
I like that you could score. you know, that you could go at it and it's open to score, but you're just, if 16 versus 20, I mean, ultimately they're in a spot in the set, like we said, where they're probably not going to get back in it. But strategically speaking, I think go ahead and save that and see if you can pick off that 18 or 17 and start scoring on a higher number and give yourself a chance.
Did that single 16 get? I'm just trying to figure out if someone was going for that one to close.
How it came about in the first place, like how they have it.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure if it was maybe scudded or
because they stayed on it instead of
because they don't. It wouldn't really make sense to have it for any other reason. Like I mean, I know they've hit it well, but it's like it's not like these guys can't hit 18s, can't hit 17s.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure. Stay there. Or no, wait, he can go 17. I don't know, I'd go 17, yeah. I'm looking at this ass backwards right now. I need to get these eyes uncrossed. Get it together, Katie.
It does, and sometimes when the set can get a little lopsided and when you know it's at the end, it gets a little harder to follow, and the smell of the wings can't help either, you know?
All I'm thinking about right now. Some chicken wings. Nice round on them 17s. Andrew's shooting great. You know, he's high fours right now. Same thing with Lee.
Chris said,
nice round.
Oh, she may have leaned back for a second. I think we were,
Oh, yeah, sorry. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, your bar's popping real good there. So,
okay.
You know I'm always the loud one in here.
Yeah.
Look who it is. Olivia Terry checking in. What's up, girl?
What up, oh?
Up kind of late by her standards, huh?
Yeah, past her bedtime. Hope you're having a good Wednesday out there, babe. Hey, are you going to the Buckeye Open? I'm curious if I'll see you. Me and Josh are going to go down there.
Abe Smith, is that the unholy one checking in? Grand Board Specialist?
Chris, you still can't hear me?
Just celebrated a birthday? You're left, Mike, right?
Yeah, I'm left.
I could drag your volume up a bit. But that's where it's usually at.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
See if that helps.
Checking, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, she's playing her travel league tonight.
Nice. Good luck to you, babe.
It is the unholy one checking in, Abe Smith.
What up, Abe?
Hopefully he had a good birthday, and I actually got to talk to him on his birthday.
Nice.
I was creeping his Facebook profile looking for an old looking for a picture of us to see friendship, and I accidentally hit call.
So that's funny.
Hit
So
Facebook
like,
called
hey.
him. So he called me back, and it was because him and Brent had talked about getting something together. So he probably assumed I was just calling about that. But we talked for a few minutes as he was rebuilding a snowmobile.
I like it. Hope you had a great birthday, Abe. Chris is joking. I love your jokes,
is
Chris.
That a 180?
It is.
Good job. Good job.
There we go. See, we're paying attention now. Olivia, I can't wait to see you, babe. It's going to be a fun weekend. It's probably one of my farthest traveling for darts, driving over 3 hours. I think so, yeah. So, look at me just traveling away. Come see some of the Ohio peeps, play some steel tip. So Lee and Vargo are looking pretty good in this game right now to take the cricket set, but anything is possible. Ooh, handicap on cricket, 10 marks. That is rough, girl. Yeah, it's fine.
All right, I'm back. I woke up so stuffy today. I just felt like I was getting a little congested there, which may have been a good thing. It gets me to lay off the wing smell a little bit, but also makes it harder to call this match. Oh,
that's extra brutal. Oh, Kat's going too. Can't wait to see you too, Kat. Oh, duh. Josh is playing trips with you. Smoke another one, Katie. Nice round from Andrew right there.
It's a good shot to throw, too,
Nice hat.
just before you slide into the 0-1. It's
Yep.
all...
Get warmed up on them bullseyes. Because I see Lee taking this for the win and the set.
So he does, so we may see them take a break. I can't imagine these guys are going to eat while they play, but they do know the food is here. So
Yeah, I think they're going to take a quick smoke break. Some of them smoke. We'll throw the giveaway screen up there for you guys to check out.
yeah, we could do that. So for anybody that didn't see, that's what we got up here. There's we got some hats left, and we're also going to do. We got one custom jersey up there. We got a gift card also where you could use it towards a custom build or another jersey. We've got 4 sets of darts up there. We got a fit flight package that's not showing on the screen here. We got our exclusive live stream. You could win that. So
Yeah.
got a bunch of fun stuff this month, and
Lots of good stuff for this giveaway.
And we'll be selling those. You can buy those entries all the way up until the end of the stream on December the 10th. So still have plenty of time to get in.
Did you say you were doing 5 for 5?
5 for 5. We just decided, it always kept going up.
Yeah.
I felt like people were getting punished. They bought
Yeah.
early. So I was like, you know what? We'll just do 5 for 5. We don't jump around, and makes things a lot easier.
I like it.
So we will take a short break here. I think Katie's going to grab
Yep.
a smoke. I'm going
Gonna
to grab
have a
some
smoke.
wings. We're going to let the players get a little break, and we will be back with the 501 set in probably about 8 minutes or so. So you need to, take a break yourself. Go ahead and do that. And
We
one
will
set
be
to
back
nothing. Downriver
shortly.
has taken the lead, but I expect to see a comeback
I
from
think,
the
yeah.
East Side team. I think that they're going to have to come in with some intensity and try to rack that bullseye good and get right back in this match. So
I agree. I think anything's possible in 01. We'll see you in a few.
enjoy your break. We shall be back. Okay, the players are making their way back down to the club now, and gonna get ready to rock here. It's gonna be race to 9, 5:01 with the freeze rule. It's open in, master out. The bulls full bull, so it's 50-point bull. So give them a second to get loose here. I'm gonna have the mic muted so you don't have to listen to me chow on these hot wings. So we'll be muted for just a minute or two here, but they should be live and throwing these games in just a couple of minutes.
Sorry, Chris. We are. Scotty just finished up his wings. I am smashing the last two I have left, and I didn't want you guys to hear. But looks like we got a good start from Vargo and Lee. And Andrew's looking to bring it down and match them. So still looking pretty good over there, too.
Back in business. We can confirm that the wings were quite delicious. Wingstop. We don't get paid for saying that we have to pay for our wings. We're not like sponsored or anything yet. We try to tell them each time. It's funny because some of the delivery guys here do know they see us so much. They're like, oh, you guys got a tournament tonight? Not Wingstop, but Domino's definitely knows. They always ask. So let's see if I think these first 2 to 3 games for Andrew and Brandon Hill are really going to set the tone. I think if they can kind of settle in and put that loss behind them, that maybe they can find a way to level this set and have a chance to play the race to 4 and still sneak out of here with the W. His dart's just flying really nice right now. Got a nice flat flight to it, just really landing in that low part of the bowl right where you want it. Yeah, it is. Yep. It's a good dart. He's throwing it well. Chris trying to do a little comment. We apologize. Small break. I did talk to Brandon Lee a little bit between. He came up and was talking about that he has had, we saw the slip dart today, so he said that he's had that happen once or twice. He's not exactly sure why. So something he's been trying to work on. He said he tried wax and a couple other things, to kind of give you a little better grip, but it's that fine line you're walking because you are trying to not only hold the dart a little bit loosely, but also release it as well. So it is it's definitely something you can get out of your game, but I could see it happening. I've seen it happen before, but definitely not something you want to get in the habit of. Let's see trip 19 here. Now he stays on a bowl to leave himself 29, which is really not bad. He's may not get back around to him, and if it does, he could be frozen with his partner back at 243. So 19 here will leave you trip 20. 57 for double 11. Nice finish. So we go 1 game to nothing.
Back.
That's team 2.
I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yep.
So Katie will get us marked there. Leave a nice little ranch dot on the screen deck. Just kidding. She didn't. I would have, though.
Oh, that's hilarious. Those wings were on point.
Yes, good job on that. Chris, good call. Chris always picks Wingstop,
He
doesn't
does.
he? And I don't even blame him.
It's on point, though. It's, quick, easy.
For sure.
You had pizza earlier, so we weren't doing that again.
Yeah, I know when Hill came in, he mentioned about he was like, man, we haven't really ate nothing. He was like, what do you guys think about some pizza? I was like, well, there's some good ones. But I did have Domino's earlier. I mentioned to Chris. He was like, I'm sure they'll be fine with wings. Let's just get some. So plenty of food for everyone tonight. Well, wings were 150, Chris said. I believe it, too. There's a lot of wings out there.
There's a lot of wings.
Yeah. We'll have to get Chris a little something, get him taken care of.
I agree. Sorry, guys, I'm finishing off my French fries.
Oh, the fries are so good. Have you had the corn, the pinwheels or whatever they call them? They're like kind of like spicy little corn rolls. It's a cob of corn cut into about 6.
No, because I can't have corn.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah.
I wish I could.
They're
I still love corn.
They're mostly just ranch shovels. I mean, that's how I use them
Yeah.
because their ranch is so good. But they're really good.
Shovels.
Yeah, that's how I use them. I feel like to me Wingstop has the greatest ranch maybe Leo's a close second, but for me, it's they're the GOAT of ranches.
Jets and Buddy's Pizza has some pretty good ranch.
I agree. Runny, it's like that's the texture I want. If it's thick, it's like no, I'll pass. You know.
The pizza place we always get, Slice of the 80s by our house.
Yeah, you guys
They
ordered
have
that
great
one.
ranch.
I don't remember what we were there for, but I remember you guys ordered that.
I did order it for dinner. Yep.
Yeah, I can't remember what. Maybe it was in the old Raz to Riches days.
You know what? You might be right.
Oh, he said 150. You know why? Because he's taking that out.
What a dog. You're funny, Chris. Chris has jokes all day today.
Chris been on fire, man, with the...
I was texting them to make sure it was a 7:30 start. He said, no, 6:30 as I'm still driving home from work. Then he's like, just kidding.
It is earlier start. I'll have to confirm with Tom. I believe it's 7:30 then, but it is going to be 6 o'clock on Saturday.
Nothing wrong with that.
Now, let's see what Brandon does with this mathematics here, because I like the 160. You don't really have to, but it will leave you the out. Although now looking at his opponent's score at 416, he probably would be best to just stay there. And he does find one, which should be at least enough to get his partner a look at the 164.
Which is a master out.
Good
Big
time for
round
him
from
to find
Lee.
a ton right there, yeah. So let's see what Drew does here. You definitely want to start at the bull. A lot of players like to run and try to hit that trip 20 or 2 trip 19s before that. I feel like bull first is the way to go. Yeah, now take a stab. 2 trip 19s will get you out the door. Back to that bullseye. Great shot.
Great shot.
He looks dialed in. I feel like he's going to have a really good set. I feel like if
agree.
Brandon can play Brandon's darts in this set, there's a good chance this could get to the third set.
You got that right.
Vargo, though, the way he hammers bullseyes, it wouldn't surprise me if he gets a crack at the double in this round. 51 here. They stayed on the bull. That's acceptable. 51 leaves you a one darter, but sometimes you just want to get as much score as possible. So big first dart from Hill. See if he can sneak it in around those two.
Snags a 14.
So no chance to freeze here because 150 would not do it, but what he can do is get down to catch him at 202, and if Andrew doesn't take out that 61, get his partner a look at that 76.
76, yeah. I think he's trying to do the math right now, too.
Yeah, 180 would be 131 would be 207. So it's not going to work. There's no matter how you add it up, you're not freezing. But this is a perfect time for a hat trick.
Great shot from Lee.
And he does confirm I was doing the math.
Yeah, we definitely heard him say that. All right, so Andrew's looking at 61 for the win.
I'm glad they can't hear us as good as we can.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with it.
So 11 for bull here is a smart. 10 for 51.
Oh, and he gets it. All right. So putting him on the board. 1-1. Like said, trip 17. Not bad.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that. He does know bull. Bull is part of master. He must know that. Maybe that's.
Maybe he wasn't sure. Good start from Vargo, getting a low ton.
I tell you, I had Andrew in our old freer days before it shut down, and I was telling you earlier that I played with him at State Farm's the diaper party. Yeah, before Lily was born, and he played so good that night with me. And his 0-1 was really like he threw a 12 darter in the winter bracket topside that when I had a horrible game in the decider.
Nice.
And it saved us. And he's capable to throw a ton every turn the rest of this set. So
I agree.
We'll see what he does, but all these guys can hit bullseyes. I've seen them all play the bulls very well. So
they sure can. Lee opening up with a 150. See what Hill does here. Nice start.
Right on time with that.
I agree. Got that right.
Just get a good, especially being the player 4. That's the hardest spot in a free 0-1 game. You get less turns than everybody else, typically speaking, and
Yeah.
it's way easier to fall 1 dart or 2 darts behind and leave your partner frozen. So that's a great start for Brandon. Andrew
Just
looking
drilling the
inspired
bullseye.
by that as he finds a double bull with his first 2 darts.
Great shot. He does look really dialed in. Chris with the jokes, man.
I think
He
Chris,
must be on his phone just looking at dad jokes or something. Keeping it entertaining in the comments, that's for sure.
always. Is he serious about leaving? He might be. He
No.
does got to work tomorrow.
Oh, does he?
I don't know how late it is. Well, we got
I'm waiting for him
9:30.
to say, just kidding. I'm joking.
He does look a little bored, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Things are going pretty
He
smooth
knows all
down
the
there.
players pretty well, though. I think. I don't know how well he knows Hill, but I would assume he knows Andrew from the catch days, and I assume he knows the young bucks from my place
Yep.
and everywhere else. And they both play in the Steel Tip League, don't they? Lee and Vargo,
Yeah.
aren't they in Wolverine? Both,
They are.
both players.
Yep. Such a dork. Okay, Switzerland. Make like a banana and split.
Is he coming with it? Jam out, Sue says. So big turn for Brandon here. As he had the opening ton, and then looks like a good place to start that round in the double bull. He's got at least a ton here. Fires up and goes for the high ton, but 120 plays pretty well there. You could argue you could have stayed on the bull. An extra 30 points would not have left him an out, though, so maybe he was looking at that. 166, it was no good. So I'm sure that's actually what he was looking at, because I did hear him say something about trying to leave an out. Sue, or should I say jammy out. I like it. That's
funny.
actually a pretty good play on words.
There will be none of that, Chris.
Yeah, we definitely
We are all good on
going
that.
PG around here. Look who it is. Steve Pincombe checking in. How we doing out there, Steve?
What's up, Steve?
It's almost hard to not call him a regular around this
I
place
agree.
these days,
One
you
of
know?
the official MDC chefs, caterers.
The
Yes.
official caterer
That
of the
is very
MDC.
true.
What's going on,
The-
Steve Pincombe?
Hope you're having a good Wednesday out there, Steve.
Sandusky Steve just checking in. We're at 1-0. Brandon Lee and Jake Vargo took the opening set 9-3, I believe.
Yep.
And we will see if Andrew and B Hill can get back and find the leveler here. They seem to have a little pace in their step at the end of the cricket set.
I agree.
They had a little bit of defeated.
Is he going to take this? Oh,
Took a look at it.
good look.
There are some fifths to choose from. I told the guys today, anybody who hits a 10 dart out can get their choice of I want a big fundraiser basket from a baseball team. One of my good buddies, they had a raffle basket, a wagon of cheer.
Oh,
or whatever.
yeah. Yes.
And I said,
And there's a bunch of alcohol.
anybody hits a 10 dart out, you could choose from here. If you hit the 9 dart out, you can get the real good bottle, the Crown Peach, which we didn't even want to put that up for grabs. But hey, a 9 darter,
Yeah,
you hit a 9 darter, you can earn that one.
I agree with that.
Look at that, not frozen.
Wow.
This B Hill got this one in them. 112 to take the lead, their first lead of the night. Still can
an
go.
out.
1 dart, trip 18.
Oh, and snags a 1.
Just sailed
Vargo's
it
got
a
to
little
look at
bit.
this 53.
So Vargo's just got to not bust and not score less than 6. Or just do the simple thing and take it out. He's only got 4 here. A bad dart could actually leave the 59 available. You have to score more than 1 on this dart. A fat one or skinny one would kill you.
So 59 is froze.
Yeah. Yep.
What's up, Tim? Thanks for the like and share out there.
Timothy Braun checking in. How we doing? Thanks for the like. This speaking of Chris's partner checking
is that
in.
who it is?
Yep.
Nice.
That's who's going to be playing with.
Looking forward to seeing that next week, right?
That's next Tuesday, I believe they've got that set up for.
I like it.
Look at that. Mark and Carrie checking in. How we doing out there?
What's up, Mark and Carrie? I know they ate well tonight. If
like they do
Carrie
every
is
night.
Cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carrie's in charge. Carrie's in charge and doing
always
the cooking.
enjoy
The
seeing what
food
she's
will
cooking
be
up.
delicious. I think that was one of the most anticipated things of Ladies' Night was people were so curious on what Carrie was going to
Yes,
bring. You know, there were lots of
100%.
great food coming in. I mean, everybody brought some good stuff, but you know, Carrie's kind of the ringer when it comes
Oh,
to that.
for sure.
You know?
I ordered ribs, kebabs.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
mess with none of that. And
Well, there's so
wings.
much. Yeah, there
wings
was.
and rib kebabs.
Yeah, it's you know, it's not a bad way to do it.
Yep.
I did get a sneak peek that day because if you remember how the story goes, she was at the Kroger pickup in
Yes.
line either
The same time as you.
right ahead of me, I believe. She was the car in front of me. I was looking, I was like, is that Carrie? And I knew that it could be because I knew
Yeah.
the tournament was tomorrow,
Yep.
you know, so. And we talked to her, and it was so backed up. I think we were in line for like 2.5 hours. It was like COVID type
Yeah.
waiting. You
Waiting.
know what I mean? Yeah, it was crazy. So there we see a hat trick from Vargo.
Yeah, good start for both these guys.
Olivia Terry, thanks for the light.
Hope League's going good, boo. With that handicap league.
I think she plays with Lofton, maybe. I think they track because he did say something about a travel team on Wednesday because when they were trying to set up because that's
Their
who
match?
Tim's playing.
Yeah.
Yep. Carrie says Kroger, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've had so much trouble with their drive-through. Olivia, you know we got a spot for you anytime, babe. We got to get you
Can I
back
get
out
on
here.
the stream first timer. Oh, stop it.
Just killed Arby's.
I love it.
The Wagyu or what? The Wagyu beef or how'd you go? What'd you get? You know the Wagyu is back. I see.
I like the beef and cheddars.
We got to get Olivia back in the booth maybe one of these days. Come in
for
and do
sure.
some filling in. After I wasn't lucky enough to be in here when she took a spill.
We had fun.
Usually
that
I'm the
night.
one doing the falls around here.
Definitely a fun night in the booth.
Maybe we could find a ladies' grudge match before we close the season down. Even a doubles. Maybe get her and Kendra to pull up and we set up a team to jab with them. That'd be a good time, right?
I agree. Be a lot of fun.
We do have the whole week for after the 11th, Sunday the 11th. We have all the way until I deem the 17th is our final day.
Okay.
As far as you know, I don't think we'll do anything on the 17th, but if something sexy enough came up, we would do it. Let's not lie. We would.
I like it.
And that would give us, 1 week till Christmas Eve and have a couple weeks off. And I need the booth with Kate. Oh, so I'm just chopped liver over here. She want,
I love it. You know I'll always get on the stream with you, boo.
Chris Summers, how we doing out there?
What's up, Chris? See Jennifer out there with the like. Thank you, Jennifer. Hope you're doing well.
We never get backed up darts here. What's going on with the boards today?
Is
That's
that the
the
bowl
second
again?
one I've seen, yeah.
Another bowl?
It's probably time for the tips to get cleaned. I've been struggling with doing it, and normally Ricky will come by and be
It
like,
doesn't
all
look
right.
bad from here.
No, it doesn't. You know what? We take a closer look. It's still not that bad.
No, I can see a few, but
Ooh, that's going to be a tough one to get around. Let's
it
see
sure
what he does.
is.
And
Oh,
he does. Magician style.
look at that action.
See, Carrie agrees. She says Ladies Grudge would be the best. Totally sexy enough. I agree.
I agree, Carrie.
And we're due for one. I was thinking it's, we haven't had anything since Ladies Night, right? Has there
Ladies
been...
grudge match would be fun.
Yeah.
No, O got on it when she made the top 8. Was it 9?
Yep. Her and Burke.
Yep.
Her and Burke, and that initial showdown.
Oh, and then the one Andy won when me and her played too. So.
And that's right. Andy pulled up.
And then Alicia and them. So we have had some ladies on there.
So we have,
Yep.
Not solely. It's been more like a mixed thing. And
Yeah.
that's the event I really want to get to is the mixed event. But it was just too hard to plan before the shutdown. But it's something that we are really looking forward to putting in order after the first of the year. We definitely want to have, we got some fun ideas for some mixed events. And a lot of really good teams that have reached out to us interested in playing. And
I agree. It's going
I
to be
will
fun.
admit we did probably talk about a pretty high entry fee just because there's going to be so many teams interested. We just want to see how interested they really are. If we jab out there and throw a pretty good size entry fee, but that makes for a big payout. So
it sure does. I see Lena checking in. What's up, Lena?
What's up, girl?
One of our regulars coming in tonight.
Look at Damian Loftus says, "Don't worry, I'll ref for you that night." He really is coming for
fired,
Chris's job.
Chris.
Look at this. Trip 20. Ooh, that would have been a sick out for 144.
I agree.
But they've got the way freeze going here. So
yeah, they sure do.
If I'm him, I throw a 5, leave it on double 8, and hit the button. Can leave it at double 1. I never like to go that far. I usually leave at 4, but I felt like he was in a spot he could still leave it as high as 16. B Hill with the shot at a 108. Let's see, Fat 8, Fat Bull. And look who it is.
Double
It's
4.
Olivia checking in. How we doing out there?
Oh,
Thanks for the
he
like.
didn't realize it was master out, so he just bust.
Oh, he went Bobo 8.
No, he went, yeah. He sure did.
Man, a great shot, too. That really
it was
is like,
such a good shot.
at least he's laughing about it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they announced it's master out, right?
Yeah, he knows. He just realized that's what he's talking about. And actually, he couldn't have picked a better time to do it with Brandon so far behind
so high,
in this game.
so it didn't really hurt that much.
Olivia says, "Hey guys, how's
What's
everyone
up,
been?"
Olivia?
Been pretty good. Hopefully the same for you.
Yeah, hope you're having a good Wednesday out there, babe. Thanks for tuning in tonight.
Will Katie and Josh see you at the Buckeye? Do you plan to travel to that?
Yeah, me and Josh are going to the Buckeye, so hopefully we'll see you.
A few others, Brent, and so there we go. We see it tied at 2, and a much better set here early. Is
yeah, I agree.
looks like Brandon and Andrew have a lot more confidence in this 501 set.
Yes, definitely. Tying it up. So Vargo and Lee will go first. Nice to snag that one, even with that little hiccup.
Olivia says, "Oops." I'm sure that's referring to the Bull 8,
Yep,
you know?
for sure.
Look at Chris.
Wow.
Now, he don't, Chris don't loan the jersey to nobody.
That's something special right there. Oh, that's our third. So me, Kenny, and Damien. Heck yeah, I can't wait.
I like it. Where'd they confirm that? Oh, right there.
Right there.
Okay, yeah.
Right in front
I was like,
of
where are you reading that? Okay, now I see it. Don't mind me.
Oh, this is going to be a fun weekend, guys. I'm looking forward to it. And I don't have a ladies doubles partner, so if you hear any ladies looking for a partner, let me know. I plan on just doing the singles and trips right now. If Josh doesn't find a guy to shoot with too, I said, screw it, I'll just do open with you. See how it rolls.
Why not?
Why not?
You know the best thing about steel tip, you win one round and you move on, and half the players are out. That's I love single elimination. I think it's the only way it should be played in big tournaments like that. I just think double elimination is way too slow.
One thing I love about steel tip, go big or go home.
I wish that soft tip did the same thing, to be honest. It does suck when you lose the opening round and you're out for the rest of the day, but hey, shoot better. Winners win.
I agree. X said I'll wear a wig. All right. Let's do it.
Olivia said It's good. She said when we're going to do another women's event, that's what we're just talking about. We got to get some ladies back on the stream and
Oh, for sure.
potentially even some grudge match. Some ladies like grudge match format type style, and we're actually looking to dabble after the first of the year with our first attempt at a mixed event. So
yeah, it'll be good.
got some big things playing here. As we're just kind of coasting, I would say, to the end of the season now. At this point, we just. We're going to take a break at the holidays and kind of plan and pick some dates and get it out there so people could plan for it. And definitely we big intentions to get all the ladies involved a little heavier in season 2. So
yeah, it'll be fun.
Looking forward to that.
Olivia, I saw that chocolate in my life. I cannot wait to spend the weekend with you in your home state.
I got to see X in the wig. That's what I got to see. That's my man.
Bring a wig so we can take a picture.
So who's sitting at 132? That's Vargo at 132?
Yes, that is Vargo at 132.
The grudge match is that called exhibition. He's right. We well, the old format. We could still use it. It's the grudge format, but definitely the scheduling. I guess something we didn't take into consideration was when we had to, players. You get down and guys are on opposite sides of the spectrum with when they work and when they're available, and got to be a bit of a nightmare. But what do you know? We're still able to close it out this Saturday. It only took us almost 7 months.
Yes.
We're supposed to do it in 8 weeks. Y'all can't be going in on me like this.
Right?
What did X do?
I know.
He was just kidding about the wig. He's just kidding about the wig.
Going hard in the paint out there.
Come on.
Here we go.
Double 16 for the first big out of the night. So we see our first 100 plus checkout for the night, and our first 12 dart finish as well.
Might as well click it.
I think that's a good clip.
So they take the lead 3-2.
Vargo looking focused down there in this 0-1 set.
He sure is. All right, Andrew's going to start off game 6.
They're all four in a car together.
I love it.
Yeah.
Stop. That's even better. Great start from Andrew right there.
Yeah, a hat trick. And let's see. I feel like Vargo's going to match it. No. He does come up with the 111, though. Picket fence.
Picket fence.
Let's see if Hill can come up with a 100-point score of his own. Match that picket fence here with a couple of bulls. There's one. One more for a 111.
And
he does just that. So we see a couple of players landing on 390. 351 for Andrew in the one hole. And let's see what Brandon Lee does here.
Can he match it? Nope. One more to bring it down even more.
So the stop helped him. I was going to say he looked really uncomfortable at that first start, but it stopped, refocused, and finds two bulls and gets to 385. So
not bad at all.
Good shot.
Hit that bowl. Just outside.
Understandably a bit frustrated. He's been finding quite a few bulls tonight to get a little loose after the hat trick open. Always will piss you off, for lack of a better term.
I agree. Here comes Vargo.
Vargo going to follow that 111 with a 150. Let's see if Hill can do the same.
Solid. Solid on them bowls right now.
So gets a little loose.
Oh, John's out there. What's up, John?
That was the like there, Freddie?
John with the like.
Oh, okay. And I just saw Cher there, too, a new name that I didn't recognize.
Oh,
I do
nice.
recognize that name, John.
And Michael
How we
Boone.
doing, John?
What's up, Michael Boone?
Michael Boone, our guy. What's
Happy
happening?
Wednesday.
He's about to get out of work, ain't he?
10 o'clock, right?
Might be 11.
10 or 11. Hope you guys are having a good Wednesday out there.
John's still feeling good probably after that third place finish in Darts for Toys, man.
Yeah, it was good seeing him there.
Him and Gannon played for the King seat, made it all the way to the King seat match. That's impressive. That was a heck of a field. So
I definitely had to play against them in one of my matches.
hopefully he can credit to that, to some of his great practice he found here at the club.
At the MDC. That was a fun night.
It always is. Tanya draws them in over there. They get some great shooters that come from far away, and they got so many locals over there. And
oh, for sure.
Our whole little 50-mile radius that we're in is just packed with darters, and a lot of them pretty darn good.
I agree. We got Freddie out there, Kevin out there, Zach. What's going on, guys?
Thanks for the like, Freddie.
Happy Wednesday to you. I keep wanting to say happy Friday, but it is
We
definitely
wish.
not
We
Friday.
wish it was Friday. Never a bad time to catch up with moms. Michael said he just got off dinner with his mom, and now he's going to catch some of the match. So
nice. Hope you guys had a good dinner, Michael.
looks like we got some Bargo fam checking in there.
What's up, Stacy?
Welcome in, Stacy.
Thanks
How
for
are
the
you?
like. Hope you're having a good night, girl.
Just presume she's related to Jake because of the name,
last name.
You know,
You
could be
never know.
wrong. Could be wrong.
What's up, Sean Asher tuning in?
What's going on, Sean?
Hope you're having a good night out there. Happy Wednesday to you and Tanya.
Yeah, speaking of Darts
Yeah.
for Toys, there's one of the people that makes it happen right there.
You know it. Chris Summers, thanks for the like.
Sue reminding us it is hump day. Look at Varco's finding his little rhythm right now, ain't he? That would have been for back-to-back 12-dart outs.
He is shooting some fire. Nice, John. Picking
Hard
up
to
some
believe as good
McD's.
as John's food and cooking is, he's going to get Mickey D's.
Right?
Unless that's the dyslexic way of saying MDC, but I'm thinking he's talking about McDonald's. You know what I mean?
There he is. Dyslexic way. Oh, I love it.
I gotta make up for bombing the chemistry joke. I'm just ashamed.
Hilarious. What's up, Jesse? Hope you're having a good night out there.
I
Thanks
try
for the
to
like.
try to rack up a few dad jokes in case Brent's out there listening always.
Love it.
Who I haven't seen him in a minute. I bet he changed his mind and went to the luck of the draw.
Oh, you
tonight.
know he did.
You know he did.
You know he did.
He's out there stalking on Trip Shot.
Did you go to what my place does Wednesday, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
He said McDonald's it is.
It is
Sometimes
McDonald's.
you just need it.
I never go when I'm solo just because Danny, it's the only place he'll pick. If I got the
Yeah.
little man, I know what he's picking. Once in a great while, I get lucky and he picks Taco Bell, but it's always
I get
McDonald's.
lucky.
Yeah, it's like I'm so over McDonald's.
Yeah. I picked that up for dinner last night after Steel Tip League.
I will say I don't mind a good old-fashioned McFlurry, but it's an 80% chance the ice cream machine is broken.
Broken? I would say probably 95%.
Nice finish. Yeah, and about 95. I
You're
I
being
knew
a
I was
little kind
lowballing,
there.
yeah.
So Vargo and Lee take another win to make it 4-2. And Andrew's going to start
So
this
here's
off.
same kind of spot we were in earlier. I feel like in the last set where Andrew and Brandon got off to a good start, but let them start to peel away. This is a big game for them.
I agree. Good start.
It looks
One more.
dialed in. His concentration's really
He's
good.
been
Like his
dialed in
eye,
all
his
night.
arms are real still. Sean says, true that, Shotty. So, yeah, the little man, I think he's such a little creature of habit, too. You know, like when
Yeah.
he wakes up, he's running down the hallway already. He's,
Wanting Timbits?
oh, you know it, first thing. And I don't mind because I want my coffee, but it's like, I also don't want to wake him up as early. You know, I'm usually up 6:30. He ain't getting up till 9. So it's like, I already had 2 coffees, kid, you know?
All right, let's see what Lee does here.
A little while, but we've seen quite a few 111s tonight. Nope, not going to be another one this turn. Only scoring 38. So let's see if Drew's can.
Yeah, keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Keep hitting them bullseyes.
Yeah, I want to see somebody hit a 10-darter and win a fifth of whiskey tonight. Or
Me too.
I think there's a whiskey, a tequila, a vodka.
Oh, I'd be picking the tequila if that was an option.
Yeah, it's just so scary,
I love tequila.
That shirt just looks so good in the black
It
lights.
does. It really does.
Those colors,
it lights
man.
up.
Yeah. Just like Brandon's shoes back there. Look at his shoes.
Yeah,
man.
they are
just,
glowing.
Ronnie has a pair just kind of similar to
Yeah,
that.
he
Ronnie
does.
Mack.
Yep.
Yeah. Sean Asher says he'd like to get him and Keelan in sometime soon. So I think
like
that's
it.
definitely something we could get arranged. So we'll have to reach out and try to set something up. We've been trying to get some new faces, or maybe like some faces that aren't as regular here on the stream a little more.
Yeah,
Mix it
for
up.
sure.
I know, we with the series we just ran, we saw a lot of the same players because we were just trying to wrap it up. But as that comes to an end, we're looking to, try to get some new people in and
Keep it fresh.
do something like that. So big turn. Let's see if he can turn
Yeah.
it around after only opening up with 38. And he's found a good first start. Follows it with
more.
his second. Can he turn a hat trick out of it? He does.
Yep. Puts himself right back in with that round.
3-1-3 F Free World. For all you 8 Mile fans out there, I could watch that movie every time it's on. Not gonna lie.
Great movie.
I pretty much have seen it. I'm gonna say the over/under is at least 35. So Brock points out I'll be there. That's one new guy for sure.
Yep.
So, yeah, we look forward to that.
Yeah, we're going to have Tim in here next week. That'll be a new
Sandusky
face.
Steve says, get me a partner. I'll pull up. So
I like it.
all those players at the alley, I'm sure Steve
Yeah.
could find a partner to
for
drag
sure.
along. Somebody will come with him.
100%.
Yeah.
I had a great time out there with Farm.
Carrie said, just noticed the orange glow of the shoes. Yeah, if Brandon gets back there in the once he gets past the tables, if you get anywhere near the mural, you'll see those shoes really light up. And even the bottom of Drew's shoes, you can see
they are.
it makes it match up with the jersey. His jersey looks so sharp back there
Yeah, his
in
shoes
that
look
wall.
sick back there, too.
And you can see it does nothing for pajamas, as you can see. Chris is actually just out of range of the black lights.
Black lights.
The black lights are pretty much just between the towers. For anybody that hasn't been here, hasn't seen it, the black lights are up there. And I always hated standing in them because I felt like you come out and you're a little blurry
Your
for
eyes?
me.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, that sounds good. Sandusky
like
Steve
it.
says I'll pull up someone and get you some details. So I like the sounds of that.
Me too. All right, so
I
Vargo
tell you-
snags a ball on the third.
One thing that always does go good on the streams for sure is anything Michigan versus Ohio. It just seems like just because of the football
Oh, yeah.
rivalry and everything else. Like anytime you have a Michigan team and Ohio team, I feel like we get our best
great
numbers.
turnout.
Yeah, we get
Yeah.
our best numbers.
Yep.
And it creates excitement. There's a level
It
of
does.
pride in the match, and even this with the East Side West Side kind of vibe. Even though these guys have no reason to have a personal rival or anything like that, but
Big darts.
being
So-
from opposite ends of town, it's
Yeah.
it's fun
And all these guys know each other too, which makes it cool. That's what I love when we're watching like the Ohio Michigan.
And
ones.
as
It's
much
just
as-
so much fun.
Yeah,
they
as-
have a blast.
as much
together.
as these guys are going to play and how they plan to play in the future. These guys will be seeing each other at states for the next 10 years, most
Oh,
likely,
yeah.
if they continue to play. I mean,
100%.
And not just states, but all types of tournaments when they travel.
Bowl 3 bowl. Ooh, snags a double.
Chris Summers.
We've seen that happen before.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that what got Josh the winning shot when him and Dede played
That was
on
with
the
the
13-inch side?
the trip
No
15,
out.
double
Yeah.
15. Brock says, I think Keller and I wear Michigan jerseys. I could see
like
George.
it.
I could see George having a Sparty jersey on.
Yeah.
George's definitely a Sparty guy. I'm
He
not
sure is.
I'm not sure about Wallace though. I don't know if
I
he's
think Kim is a Spartan fan.
is he?
Yeah, I think so. I actually, well, maybe I'm wrong. Is he
I could see Kim not even being a
fan of
Michigan-based
anything.
team.
Yeah. Oh,
like
yeah.
maybe like something West Coast
Yeah.
or something,
Yeah,
like
for
USC
sure.
or something surprising. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah. What's up, Eric Vargo? Thanks for the like out there. I'm also guessing that's a family member.
Yeah, I missed that one. Was that Dad? I think maybe Eric. I remember his.
What's up? Thanks for the like out there.
Pink Comb says go blue. I'm sure John and I could come down and whoop it up for a night. So we know that those guys pull up for sure.
Oh,
and,
100%.
Always a good time. Kimmy Ann says go green. So here we're getting a little bit in there.
There's Scott's colors over there.
Hey, that's how I roll. Go white. It's not always easy, man, these days. It says they've been so bad, and then the debacle in the tunnel is it's embarrassing. It's really, sometimes it's tough.
It's tough being a fan sometimes.
It really is. It really is. You see other fans like condoning the fight and stuff. It's like, come on, guys,
Yeah.
let's not. They're college kids that can ruin a life and a career, more than one. Let's let it go.
Let's be gentlemen.
Yeah, let's be gentlemen. Exactly. Let's have some class.
Think we got a quick bathroom break or beer break going on.
Vargo seemed really focused tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's real calm,
Quiet.
real.
Calm and quiet. He even practiced down there during the break between games.
Yeah, he was first one here.
Yep.
Played good early,
Yeah, he did. He came to play, that's for sure. All these guys did.
And I don't think they knew Andrew, to be honest.
They might not know
I don't
Andrew.
think they did because, I usually I'll start a group chat with the captains. So
Okay.
that way at least I know what their intentions are and whatnot, and that way they can ask me questions, they can ask their opponent questions, and they didn't know when I was talking to Vargo, he didn't know who Andrew was.
Okay. Sandusky Steve, I agree.
Yeah, I was actually, we had said something about that earlier, that the jersey was pretty sweet looking. So
Yeah, looks great.
we do see a whole variety of jerseys over here. Guys wear all kinds of different stuff, and that's fun. So
It is always fun to see what these guys are going to wear on the stream.
and they know it too. Like when they come
Oh,
over,
for
guys,
sure.
and we got guys who don't wear jerseys who wear their
Yep,
they
their
got
shirts.
T-shirts that they like, and maybe something that's funny or something that's cool, or all different stuff. And
We like seeing the different styles.
fashion does play a role here at the Midnight Dart Club, not gonna lie. Chris, you could tell he's a veteran because he'll pull up in his pajamas. He don't care, and he's
Yep.
still the boss around here, regardless to if he's wearing plaid pajamas, pants or not. He still calls the shots during the stream. Even I'm not allowed to tell him anything different. It's like, go back up to the booth, Scotty. I've got this. But fair enough. He's had that reign for a long time, and he does a
He
good
sure
job with
has.
it. All right, we're back. We just had to
Sorry.
quick catch up with the ref there.
Yep, ref came up. Steve said I need to get a hold of Josh and see where my MDC jersey is.
Actually, I think that should be coming in. Didn't he say he's got a
Yeah,
he's got
I
a
think
big order
there's-
coming in? We got some of the stream winners in that one. Some of the people that ordered it, and I know he was expecting them about a week or so after Thanksgiving, so that could be any time now. And
I agree.
Soon as we get them, we'll put a big announcement out, and we will make sure that we get them mailed out. We'll make sure everybody gets what they got coming, and appreciate you guys' patience. And
yeah, we appreciate it, guys. You can never time the shipping on those.
it's been horrible since COVID, to be honest, because they are overseas, so it's rough. But appreciate you guys waiting on us and letting that.
He gets them shipped out as soon as they come in.
Yeah.
He does.
And then some of the people we just have come here and pick them up if they're in a hurry, and we do the best we can. Sean, there should be a link right above the stream to order the jersey, and there's also the PayPal donation link, and the order jersey here link should be right above. If not, the Josh's Apparel the shop.
Yep, joshapparel.com.
Yep. And Ron Otto just shared it yesterday. One of the new customs. You could actually even click on that link, go right to the store from there. It's also, I think it's on the page. I think there's a link to it. But the easiest way is right above the stream. There should be a link to order the jersey or the hats. I think it just takes you right to the store.
Yep, and then you can check out all the other jerseys if there was something else you were thinking about.
Yeah, Brandon really looking to struggle here, and
Roll for the win. And he gets it.
May or may not have checked out already. And there's Sue. Thank you.
Sue coming in.
Copy and paste that link right in there. So thanks for your help there, Susie Q. I really would like to see Brandon Hill get back on the horse here and start playing this. Your partner's been giving it his all night. You just hate to see somebody give up, and his will has been slowly fading here. And you could see maybe even a little frustrated from his partner.
I think he just needs to...
a big turn, a big game.
Yeah.
Throw a 12-darter, even a 15-darter.
Just refocus, take a deep breath at the line. And, we've all played darts for a long time. You know what to do to make it happen.
Yeah. And maybe that was just the last game. He had fallen out of it. Maybe he could find a way here with the big ton and get into a game that... At least he didn't follow all the way. It didn't look like he gave up there. Just a little bit of a struggle round.
Yeah.
But they're definitely in trouble here because Vargo's not going to wait for him. Vargo's been playing pretty good. And
he's been hot on the
Brandon
bowl,
Lee's
that's for sure.
been doing his thing. Kenny Tank says, what's going on? Not much, Kenny. How are you?
Kenny Tang.
Looking forward to seeing you next week.
Can't wait to see you guys play. A little bounce out action there.
Chris Summers says not bad at all. Yeah, we try to keep them fair. Most of the jerseys out there, most places you order them be about the same. You'll see most jerseys about $50, which is fair. There's so many options and places to get them, and so many cool designs out there. So we try to keep ours right like that. And I think Josh does a really good job with the personal designs and stuff. So
I agree.
I always look forward to what Josh has coming out next. He has I like his visions.
Yeah, I think you and Steve definitely earned that title, John.
Yeah, definitely.
Put chef right on it.
Official. We got official ref. We got the ref and the chef.
The ref and the chef. I'm so official. All I need is a whistle.
Lit. So let's see. Andrew's trying to hang in there here, and
yeah, Kenny, sounded like that was a fun car ride you guys were in.
Yeah, I see y'all. I see y'all out there.
No, Chris, not at all.
No, that's no. We
anyone can purchase the jerseys.
Yeah, and then we have some of the to play. It's like some of the guys. It's personal invite. Other things people have won. We have we have the giveaway. You can win a stream that way. We actually did
a jersey that way too.
You can win a jersey that way. You can win a hat that way. We got custom. We got signature darts. You can win that way as well. This year at the Toys for Tots and Drink Saloon, It's one of my favorite tournaments. One of the reasons I play, actually, the first big tournament I went to. So this year's champs over there, we said, we're going to invite the champs in, that they win the stream. So there's many ways you can win a trip here. You can just be selected. Maybe we have an open event that people chime in for and want to be a part of, and I think next season will be even better, and we'll see more new faces. At least that's our plan.
Oh yeah.
Did
Great
Steve
speech.
Pincombe just call himself a number 2?
I'm thinking he would be number 1. Yeah, chef 1 and chef 2, I think.
I know.
Yeah.
I would be
Yeah.
number 2.
I don't think so. You have a smoker? We have a smoker that I could bring over. That can definitely happen. It's not a big one, though.
Susan, thanks for the share.
Thank you, Suzy Q.
Dobeck in the
up,
house. What's
Dobeck?
going on, Dobeck?
Hope you're doing good out
Doing
there,
good.
Mike.
How's it going for you, my man? I always like Dobeck,
Hope you and Carol are doing good.
the wild one. He's a wild one, ain't he?
He sure is. Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are
Nice.
places we've all played. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been to Shorty's a number of times. That's where the ladies' tournament is.
It is.
Just in a couple of days.
Yep, on Saturday. Andrew's still shooting good.
I really do
He's
hope
up
they get a good
86.
turnout over there. It's so hard to move the weekend and like by almost a
Yeah.
month, and then right into the Christmas shopping season when it's all moms
It is
basically that
hard,
play
yeah.
almost. You know what I mean?
And all the
And
moms
it's
are
like-
the ones shopping most of the
Yeah,
time.
exactly. Susan says she has a Traeger she could bring over. I like the sound of that. Oh, Chris says his mom plays in it, so cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, so 156 can go out, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Trip-
Not with the bullseye first start. Yeah.
Trip 20. He was
That's
looking
the
at it.
RVB special, Raymond Van Barneveld. That's his signature out. 156. He won one of his big events on checking that out, and it's just one he
Damn.
takes out a lot.
I like it.
He's when you see him on that, it's a good chance he's going to check it out. Sue said, "I didn't realize how heavy they are. I almost broke my dad's back."
Are you lifting it up right now?
Hopefully not. Tell Dad we don't need it for at least a couple weeks. Look at that. There's that unlucky 9. Double 10.
Double 10. Oh, just outside. No, I think she means maybe literally. Her dad must have hurt himself lifting one. So he switched to the 20s and picks up 42. Brandon's looking at 90 to take this win. Bowl double top.
And you could tell, as it starts to slip away, you could see the other team kind of not standing together anymore. Like it's.
I agree. Yeah, you can
It's-
see the.
You can
definitely
tell when
change
team
in
chemistry
momentum.
starts to fade. It's like we know that Brandon's struggling. It's hard, but you got it's even
You gotta
harder.
push through those
when
bad
you're-
games
Yeah,
and
when your
just
partner's
keep chucking.
when your partner's grinding, no fist bump there, no like come on, it's all right. You can tell it stings a little.
Yeah, I agree.
And we've all had bad nights. We've all felt like
for
it's just
sure.
like and they don't get any easier when the other guys are, But I mean, if you look at the reality of it, you just lost to a 26.37. Step your game up. You
Yeah.
can win that game.
You can
26
definitely
point per
win that.
dart.
definitely win that game.
It's
Your
not
partner
unbeatable
throws.
darts. When they're throwing 12 dart outs and 13, 14 darts outs the whole night long.
Yeah.
That's when it can be a bit depressing. But 26, I've seen Brandon light it up and shoot 100 points a round for an hour straight. I mean, he's capable of doing it, and he's just got to mentally be able to dig deep and find your way out of what you're going through.
Yeah, I agree. And Andrew's still shooting well.
Yeah.
He's shooting great tonight.
But the more the walls cave in when you see if it feels like your partner's throwing in the towel, it's really hard to
Very
stay
hard.
focused. Maybe for a game or so, but if you feel that and maybe here he's gonna find a big game and they can turn this around as he starts with the ton and you see a little interaction with the partners there and walk back to his beer. So maybe he's decided
Feeling
like,
a little
hey,
better?
there's no time for me to quit. I drove an hour to come play. And
Yeah, and
I
you
got
can
a couple
still come
bucks
back
on the line.
in
And
this. You just gotta, stay focused. It's a bullseye game until you're looking at an out. So just keep on hitting them bullseyes.
when John gets better, what's going on with John?
Yeah, personal cheesecakes for sure. I don't know. Is John not
John,
feeling
you okay
well?
out there?
Hope you're feeling well if you're down in the weather.
Back probably still hurts from carrying Gannon.
That was a good one.
I'm sure Gannon played great. He's actually the one of the only times I won Linda's Toys for Tots was with Brian Gannon, and the other was with Greg Fontaine.
I remember that picture.
One of my favorites. I still remember hearing the double bowl going. It was a valley board where, how you could kind of hear the difference.
Noise. Yeah.
And Brian had he needed 3 bowls to beat Howard and Shawnee. He needed a hat, and he went bull miss. And at double bowl, I heard it go in, and it was amazing.
Glorious.
Yeah, it was in the second set. They were trying to double dip us, and it was.
Brian Gannon said not today.
Or maybe we double dipped them. I don't remember. It was definitely in the second set though.
Oh, battling off pneumonia.
Pneumonia,
Man.
no fun.
Hope you're feeling better, John. Oh, that's a bummer.
There's John's whole team chiming in there, as Kimmy and
Yep.
Steve say as well. So Andrew's going to leave himself first look at the out, and Brandon's in a decent spot where should be no worries about the freeze. As he's
agree.
averaging just under 91 points around here and going to toe the line with 320.
This is looking like a great match for these two to win and put them up 6-3.
Big first start bull, so he's in real good shape now. Nothing hurt there too bad because you're already under player 2. Player 4 is in a spot where,
They could do, yeah.
ton.
Brandon
He'll
could
get
have a
under
good
you with the
round
the right miss on a ton, but you're still in good shape. Andrew's going to get a look at 160 regardless, so. I know I've
And
seen
that-
his pops take this out on me a time or two.
160 for sure.
Oh man, Mike always played always played so good against me, man. Just one of those opponents that just you knew when you seen him, like, all right, it's gonna be tough.
Great shot. Gets it
Even
down to
when we
50.
used to do the Bermuda tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, play Mike and he's gonna score 1,100 on me in a singles game. Like, come on, man. That's 1,100 is a really good Bermuda game with double bull active.
For sure. With double bull active?
Yeah,
100%.
Dobek says he'd likes
I
to
agree.
comfort his partner by saying, hey, don't worry about it. I got you, and let them get back on their stride. And it looks like Brandon has. So
Yeah.
credit to him on
He's picked it up.
snapping out of it. He definitely was down there tripping over his bottom lip and pouting around a bit, but he seems to have found his way back into this game. And
Yeah, Andrew just tried to fist bump him, and he didn't want none of it. So, got to get his attitude a little more focused down there.
But hey, I'm sure Andrew will take it. Score. I don't need the fist bump as long as you're
No.
going to keep getting
One bowl.
lower than the other guys. You know, they got it. It's already frozen 176, even though it's not an out. He's already froze. Andrew's not going to miss this 50 most likely. He's going to do
Trip
it a little
16.
tricky way. Take the scenic route here. 9 for 32. 1 for 40. 1 for 40.
I like it.
So, hat trick here to leave 26, right? That's the shot. Hill's going to have to go.
He's got an out.
Yeah, I just don't know how he's going to do it. I mean, you got to start with the bull and then at least 54-40. I mean, that's the most common way, I would assume. Keelan, new follower, welcome in.
What's up, Keelan?
Sean was just talking about getting him down there. How you doing,
Yeah.
Keelan? Just kind of hanging out, watching this as what appears to be the final set of the night, I would say. It doesn't quite have that 3-set feel to it today.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
It could turn around. It's not too late, but
Not too late yet, but they definitely need to win the next couple of matches to bring the score closer together.
honestly, yeah, he's going to have a shot at the out. He's going to have a shot at the out. There is no
Yeah, Keelan, that would be great to get you guys down here.
yeah, it would. And Keelan's a banger too. He knows what he's doing. You put a set of darts in his hand, and you can clearly see he's grew up in a dart family.
100%.
So look at that
Great
one
shot
dart
from
finish.
Andrew.
So 6-3,
He deserved that win. He shot great.
averaging 31 points for dart. So what's that? A 16 darter?
I think so. I didn't catch the
Yeah,
round
it was
in
16.
time.
31.31. 16 dart finish. Somebody tell this guy you don't got to double in.
Score 7-3?
Well, the ref would know best.
Are you sure, Chris?
Chris, are you sure about that? I feel like
I feel like I've been on point with the score.
Dobek says he's won. You and Katie have
Yeah.
a dub.
We have gotten was that the Bull Ass event that we did one year, Doback?
Chris Summers confirms also that 7-3.
Really? How'd I miss one? All right.
We'll take your word for it.
Yeah,
The official score always does come from the basement because
Yeah.
we're reading comments and
That's
we're
very true.
bullshitting and
I
you
just
know.
didn't feel like I missed one. I thought we were pretty on point with the scores.
I did too.
Now the 9 marks, that's
definitely-
a different story.
Yeah, the 9 marks has that. We're not even talking about that. We're
Thanks,
not
guys.
talking about that.
Yeah, Doback, that was a fun night.
Brock, get some sleep tonight, and we look forward to see you on Friday. Got you guys going live at 7:30, so
Yeah, looking forward to it.
we'll have the place open for you by 6:30. You can get in and get to feel welcome and meet us all and get on the boards and get loose, man. So
Yep, have a great
get some
night.
sleep and have a good rest of your work week, and we will see you Friday, brother.
Can't wait.
Dobek says we took first.
Showed it.
Yeah, I've seen Dobek play for a really long time, man, and I know he really he puts the work in, and
Oh,
he
for sure. Steel, and that, that's steel tips.
well
so
he
it's
yeah
lots of
I
fun.
haven't played a bunch of soft with him, but I would steel tip. I know how good he can be, and Mike's always a tough opponent.
Yep, that was pre-COVID days.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen him since all then, but I know he's out there still putting the work in.
All right, let's see what Brandon Lee does here.
The one thing I'm always amazed with a lot of the newer players here is how active they are in the stream
Yeah.
when they're playing.
I am not. I don't look at it.
When I'm at
no.
a tournament for the weekend, my phone stays in the room. You could ask Chuck; he'll be like, "Dude, take your phone with you. I can't get a hold of you." And I'm like, "Man, I can't afford the distractions, man."
Yeah.
I'm like, and I'd be willing to bet, that guys like I bet you Millar doesn't take his phone down to the game room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't be
Gates. I couldn't
surprised.
see those top players, and it's a good habit to get in. It takes a lot of concentration, believe it or not, and it's like it just depends what you want to get out of it. If you're just going to have a good time, you want to drink some beers, and you don't care how you finish, You know, or maybe some people are capable of doing that because, I mean, we've seen Kev have great success, and he's in the chat front on the line. You know what I mean? But I think
I can't do
ultimately
it.
you're always going to do a little better without any type of
That
distraction.
I think I've looked at the comments once when I was down there playing, and I just shut my phone. I'm like, this is stupid. I can't, because I'm going to start focusing on that. I need to focus on the game. It does. Someone like me, personally, it throws me off, so I can't do it. Some people can do it, and it doesn't phase them at all, and more power to you.
And it has, and I'm not singling out anyone tonight, but like
sure.
I see that
there's
like
a lot of people that do it.
Brent will be active during the entire stream.
You would literally think that Brent's phone was in his hand while he's throwing.
It usually is. It
Yeah.
usually is, and it doesn't seem to affect them. But that has to make you wonder: is there another level above that if you don't do that? You know what I mean? Like
for sure.
if you do leave it behind and you're just locked in, like, you know what I mean, and all you can think about is your next turn and the mathematics and, you know, minimal distractions. But to each his own. Everyone plays their own way, and that's kind of why we do this here. It kind of features the way players play and what they're capable of, and I think ultimately, you know, it could benefit some players to maybe not get so involved with their communications while they're playing. But, you know, a night like tonight, it's just kind of a fun little exhibition. So I'm not necessarily referring to tonight, but when you're at, you know, state championships, or you travel all the way to Vegas to go play, or Chicago, hey, why bother, man? Go get your phone after the event.
I agree. Nice third dart from Andrew there, leaving 130.
You know, look at that. Dobek says he's putting work on a board from 8 to midnight every day.
Nice.
That's real work right there. That's 4 hours a day. Practice is like,
a lot.
That's intense.
I don't have. It's past my bedtime, unless it's a dart night. Then I'm
Let's see if you can find him 150 here.
picking up McDonald's at 12 a.m.
Oh, man, we've all done that. I think he means 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. because if he plays
does.
8 p.m.
Well,
to 12
yeah.
p.m., that's man.
He for sure does.
I'm just giving him shit.
I know.
Double
Double
13.
13. Snags it with the third.
So we see them get onto the hill here with
On the hill.
just a game to go. Well, just a win to go, not necessarily just one game.
Let's see a big start from Andrew here. He's been starting off good.
He has. And with the, you know, with
Tough
the
start.
team kind of, you know, in the situation they're in and what they've been through over the last 45 minutes or so, you could see that maybe the frustration could finally, you know, just set in and pull you 100% out of this match.
We did get to speak with them during the break, so
Yeah,
we kind of know how they're feeling right now.
Yeah,
If you guys are wondering.
Some of this is speculation, a little bit of speculation, but at the same time, we talked to all four players have come up here individually and, you know, kind of explain. And usually the guys are really good about coming up, saying thanks, and they're really appreciative of, you know, the invite and stuff like that. And, hey, we're grateful to have players because you can't really have a dart stream without dart players. So.
Yep, and we appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching them play.
And Dolbeck does confirm he did mean just the 4-hour session, not the 16. So just giving you a little shit out there, Mike.
All around that bullseye. Tough round there. Picks up 34.
Looks as though I'm gonna guess that's the ref.
All right, let's see what Brandon Lee does in this round. Nice first dart.
I want to see Vargo take out matching buck 80s from 360. I mean, not that he's going to go for it.
Do you think he
know
will?
I don't. I think he stays on the bull. He's been shooting the bull so well.
He has been shooting the bulls very well. One more bull. Just outside. He went for it. He did.
Maybe he heard it. Maybe Chris told him, "Hey, try those back-to-back buck 80s." Or maybe just saw the mathematics, the simple mathematics. I mean, he's got to feel confident. They're up 8-2. Brandon hasn't really tried in the last 7 games. You know what I mean? You're not really feeling any kind of threat. Anytime your opponent's shooting a cricket average, you got to feel comfortable when you're playing 0-1.
You got to give him hard times every once in a while. Keep him humble down there. I think all these guys got pretty comfortable. Shit. There we go.
I think the energy's been kind of sucked out down there.
For sure. So Andrew picks up a bull on his third. See what Vargo does here.
I guess we could have used the 180 counter for the hat tricks because we play different, but I feel like it's false advertisement. What if somebody chimes in and they don't know, and then they're like, "Oh, these posers," you know what I mean? Like, so, and we just use that mostly. You know, anytime you play split bull with more than a one-on-one format, it can really slow it down if one or two of the guys are struggling. I mean, split bull is hard. No, even if you're really good players, split bull can be tough. I mean, you could be stuck with averaging 19, 21 points a dart and just can't get off of it, and it's like.
Andrew's looking to switch it up, try a different number. Sometimes I reset and do that.
I think they might all be trying to tap that 180.
Maybe. Oh, to try and get a 180.
Maybe Vargo got them all hype on it. Vargo's had the right focus all night. I will say he's really seemed dialed in tonight.
Yep. Looks comfortable down there, that's for sure.
Slides over. Just a rough night, I mean, some days it's some days you're the pigeon, some days you're the statue.
I've never heard of that word.
I remember like with Facebook when I first got on, which is whatever, I think my oldest Facebook memories, if you were like 13, 14 years old. And it was like status adjuster. I don't know what he's doing. I think they're probably always no better way to tell your partner I'm ready to get the hell out of here than putting your coat on. We really just hope guys would have a better time than what we're seeing here. And most of the time they do, but every now and then it just can get a little rough. And
yeah. It's for the love of the game, so the only person that you can be mad at is yourself. At the end of the day.
You hurt yourself. You miss a chance to enjoy it and to dig deep and find a way to win. And everybody handles it differently. And adversity is,
Sure is. Got to stay humble down there, that's for sure. Here to have fun. And Andrew, when I talked to him during the break, said he was having a great time. Probably up until now. But I appreciate Andrew for staying humble and still throwing his shot.
You going out to the car? This is a first for us.
Yeah, I'm a little speechless right now.
Did they drive together?
19 bowl? I would think so. 14, and he gets it. All right, so Fargo and Brandon take that set as well.
And we're going to get logged off here, go
Yep.
find out the whole story, what happened. But we appreciate you guys
Thank you
sticking it
everyone
out
for
with
tuning
us.
in.
And
We appreciate it.
take some time to tune back in Friday night. We promise you we got a really good one coming. So
Friday night's going to be a blast.
we'll see you on Friday. Thanks as always. Appreciate y'all.